Columbus, Ohio, the Ohio Health Ice Sheet, host of the ACHA National Championships. And your ACHA National Championships conclude here with the Women's D1 National Championship. Alongside here, welcome to the broadcast booth, Bozic Travari, Nora Sewell, and Kuski with me. How you guys doing?
Doing well.
Doing
excited.
good, yeah.
Yeah, it should be a good one here. Of course, a matchup. Kind of we hope this one was coming. Number 1 and number 2, the Liberty Flames and the Adrian College Bulldogs. Of course, Adrian College right now they're looking for a Division I sweep. Liberty, of course, looking back for a national championship aspirations, and it's been one where both teams have dominated the play.
Yeah, no, both teams have done a great job here. Adrian getting that overtime win the other day, and Liberty kind of putting on a clinic yesterday against Colorado. So we'll see how this turns out. And
yeah, I mean, Liberty is a very offensive team, which, I mean, when you put up 12 goals in a hockey game, you can tell, I don't care who you're playing, what the scenario is. Putting up 12 goals in a hockey team, you're an offensive powerhouse, especially if you're putting up 12 goals in a semifinals match. And then Adrian, they're a defensive-based team, as could be shown. When you go to overtime, tied at 0 apiece, that's just a defensive slugfest, and they just happened to get one first with an absolute snipe. And it was a gorgeous goal from Paradis.
Yeah, absolutely. You talk about the goaltenders in Adrian College. Of course, Allison Dungy coming in with a 3-0 record into this tournament. a .65 goals against average. Let's see, she's, of course, a shutout yesterday, and also coming into this game with a 97% save percentage.
yeah, she's done a great job back there for her team, and let's see if she can keep it up today.
Quinn, you saw a lot of Liberty throughout this tournament as well, and you mentioned it a little bit with their offensive attack. What some of the things that you're looking for in this championship game?
Oh, they're just fast. I mean, blazing speed all across the Flames. They were skating circles around the Buffaloes throughout the entire semifinals game. And the key to watch, Lauren McDonald has absolute breakaway speed. Even though she's a shorter player, 3 or 4 strides, and she's through the entire neutral zone. And at full sprint, there's not a single player on either roster that can even come close to keeping up with her. And you notice it against Minnesota. They just flip the puck up in the air and let her skate right under it and get breakaways. It was really fun to watch.
Really quickly, before we get into the particulars of this matchup, we mentioned one goaltender in Allison Dungy. On the other side, Chantel Kerr, she missed a game only because, for the most part, Liberty knew they were going to win Game 2 of their series. So she got that game off. She's coming in with a 2-0 record, .966 save percentage, and 1 goals against. The fact that she did take that second game off, the fact that she hasn't seen a whole lot of shots, does that work to her maybe disadvantage?
I mean, it's definitely possible. She could be colder coming into this game, or you could argue that it could be to her advantage and that she's more rested than the Adrian College team.
Well, you see Adrian College now taking the ice, and we're going to take a momentary pause as we get through the particulars and the introduction. We're going to send it right down to public address announcer Andy Storrs.
Good afternoon, parents and hockey fans, and fans watching the live webcast on the ACHA YouTube network. Welcome to the Ohio Health Ice House in Columbus, Ohio, for the 2018 American Collegiate Hockey Association Women's Division I National Championship Tournament, hosted by the Greater Columbus Sports Commission, the Columbus Blue Jackets, and the Ohio Health Chiller Ice Rinks. 4 days ago, 8 teams began their quest to achieve a national championship. And today, after many hard-fought battles, we're down to the final 2 teams remaining in that quest to win the ultimate prize in women's ACHA Division I hockey, the awarding of the national championship trophy to today's victor. Our final 2 teams standing for today's championship game: on the visiting bench, the number 2 tournament seed, Adrian College Bulldogs. And on the home team bench, the number 1 tournament seed, the Liberty University Flames. This is ACHA Public Address Announcer Andy Storrs. Let's begin our festivities this afternoon by introducing the starting lineups for both teams. Beginning first with the visiting team bench, the Adrian Bulldogs. In goal, a senior from Hamilton, Ontario, number 30, Allison Dungy. On defense, a sophomore from Windsor, Ontario, number 5, Kylene Wilson. On defense, a senior from Rockford, Michigan, number 6, Tara Werbelis. At center, a junior from Waterloo, Ontario, number 66, Kaylee Hardy. On left wing, a junior from Sterling Heights, Michigan, number 91, Sam Fortune. And at right wing, a junior from Orangeville, Ontario, number 13, Nicole Paradis. The head coach of the Bulldogs is Brett Berger. His assistants are Hannah Griffin, Kelsey Van Beelen, and Sam Fallon. The athletic trainer is Leslie Schulman. And now let's meet the starting lineup for the home team bench, the Liberty Flames. In goal, a grad student from Arnault, Manitoba, number 34, Chantel Kerr. On defense, a freshman from Whitby, Ontario, number 77, Sydney Pierce. On defense, a senior from Sterling, Ontario, number 95, C.J. Tipping. At center, a sophomore from Quispamsis, New Brunswick, number 8, Vanessa DeMerchant. At left wing, a freshman from Leamington, Ontario, number 19, Shannon Fair. And at right wing, a freshman from Washington, Michigan, number 5, Shelby Bradford. The head coach of the Flames is Chris Lowe's. His assistants are Justin Forth and Leah Carlson. The video coach is Josh Graham. The trainer is Kyla Griffin. Strength coaches are Chris Kerr and Caleb Overhauser, and the equipment manager is Aaron Duffy. Ladies and gentlemen, would you all please rise and kindly remove all caps and join me, soloist Andy Storrs and organist Gary Lichtard, in the singing and playing of the Star Spangled Banner. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets had flared, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And inside the broadcast booth at the Ohio Health Ice House, Quinn Kuski, Nora Sewell. Inside the broadcast with me, Boz Echevarri, looking to bring forward this championship game, Division I in the women's. Nora, first of all, what are you looking for in this game?
Oh, I know Quinn mentioned earlier, but Adrian's a very defensive team, as Liberty is the opposite, very offensive. So I think whoever gets neutral zone coverage here in the early start of this game can really get those offensive opportunities, and with speed, get the chances and shots that they need.
Quinn, of course, you've seen Liberty a lot. Of course, Adrian College, kind of a grinded-out team here.
Yeah, Adrian is a team that they'll score the dirty goals, the grimy goals. They don't care how it goes in as long as it goes in. And then Liberty, something that's gotten them almost in trouble against Minnesota, the second game. They were only up 1-0 going into the third, even though they had completely dominated play throughout the game because they were just trying to get the pretty goal. And they need to focus more, and they did that successfully against Colorado. Colorado is focus on getting just any goal. It doesn't have to be a pretty goal as long as it gets in.
Liberty, of course, been here before. Adrian College looking for their first school national title, and it would be the first time that a team has swept both the men's and women's Division I here. So a lot of riding for Adrian College. Of course, Adrian College had to beat the defending national champions in Miami to get to this point yesterday. Of course, Liberty dispatching rather handily of Minnesota and both Colorado, as there's a draw in the faceoff circle, one back for Adrian College. We're in the black and gold. Now up ahead here for Fortune. Fortune was being watched there by a Liberty Flames player in tipping. Now play goes in the corner here near side, finally up to the half board, and up ahead where with it is Hardy. Hardy tried to angle it off the boards, but now with the puck, a shot here that goes wide of the net. Fortune there, Hardy, and now off front. The net, no one there. Rebellis, who has a couple of points in this tournament, try to fire this on frame. It was off a couple of skaters. Liberty wearing the white, blue, and red. Adrian College in the black and gold. And we're going to have the first penalty of the game just 40 seconds in. It'll be against Liberty University.
Yeah, you see right off the bat, both teams, once they had that coverage, they got it deep into those corners, hoping that they can make a play and get something to the net.
Sydney Pierce guilty of a body check. Again, body contact allowed, body checking disallowed. Got to take a look at the replay there, and yeah, that was a pretty healthy collision, depending on what end of it you're looking at from. We have a clock problem right now. It reads 2 minutes. It should read about 9:20. So we'll get.
Might be the shortest first period in the history of hockey.
Yeah.
I think now we have it sorted out. Liberty, the designated home team. Adrian College, the designated road team. A matchup between number 1 and number 2. We thank you for joining us. You're on the ACHA National Championships Network. Face-off one back and trying to clear it out, but unsuccessfully doing that. We're the Flames. Now with a puck and finally getting out of the zone was Seraphin. Only momentarily, though. It didn't make it all the way out. Now finally clearing it all the way down is Bernie.
Something to note with the Liberty Flames is every single one of their forwards are capable of taking and winning faceoffs. You'll see them rotating through different forwards throughout the entire game.
Be a problem here. We've had draw issues amongst both teams. Up ahead, Polson with a shot here and a easy save from Kerr as 35 seconds has surpassed in the power play to Adrian College.
Yeah, she enters that zone. Both her wingers are coming in on either side and looking to see if Kerr coughs up a rebound for that early goal.
So Levasseur in the circle along with DeMerchant, and we're going to have a first center being kicked out of the circle here. It's DeMerchant who receives that award. I'll draw here one back, and probably too cleanly, as having to go back and play this is Nicole Parody. Parody tried to get it up ahead. They were having trouble getting this one out. Finally now far side for Rebellis. Rebellis up ahead. Levasseur had a Flame stepping up in there. That was tipping. Now back up ahead as Hardy tries to stick handle through. She finally does and leaves it for Levasseur, who sets it up in front and might have been deflected. A bit of a change-up shot there and a save from the goaltender in Kerr.
Yeah, when tipping is in on defense, one thing you'll notice, she's all over the ice. Anytime play is on her side, she's in there, in their face, and quickly dumping the puck back out on the kill.
A tie up here, and it gets one back. Hardy sends it on net, or in the direction of the net. It hit a couple of players in front and didn't make it there. Liberty ices the puck, and applying the pressure there, I believe was Fair. Fair with good pressure as Dungy's still out of her net, now back in there, and stolen by Hardy. Hardy into her own corner, now up ahead here near side for U.S. Parody. Parody is offside, as just ahead of the play was Fortune.
Yeah, Fair, she forechecked hard. She tried to kill off as much time off this penalty she could for her team, and she had about 3 Adrian players down behind that goal line and doing what she can.
Very scary moment as a netminder when you come out to play it, and next thing you know, your stick gets lifted and you don't have the puck anymore.
Yeah, they took care of that for her.
And looks like this play might have gone offside as the battle was right in front of the Liberty bench, right on the blue line.
Yeah, hopefully Adrian can settle down a little bit, slow down the game, and get this into the zone and set something up.
Now one back here, trying to gain the zone onside. Adrian College, they do. Camp walks in. Camp looking for someone in the middle. There's 2 Adrian College players there, but their sticks were tied. as a good defensive play on the penalty kill by Liberty University. Now just dumped in there by Mersick. It was on target, and Tipping will just throw this off the glass, and it'll go all the way back as that'll about kill this penalty. Now back goes Arnold. Arnold up ahead here. Forecheck by McDonald. Talk about her blazing speed and how much of a force she can be. Intercepted LaBelle, now near side half boards, up and out of the zone, where McLeod will take it. Into the corner we go. Will be played near side boards. As now taken out by Arnold behind her own net. Around for Kemp, and Kemp had to send it all the way around. Half side up was looking for, I believe that was Zimba, who also scored an overtime goal. That's the one that sent Adrian College to the semifinal. So far, it's been all Adrian College with the puck. Into the zone goes Zimba, and Polson now down low. She puts on the brakes there, and we'll have a battle on the end boards. 2 Flames, 2 Bulldogs. It's the Flames that come out with it. McLeod with the puck now guided up ahead, up to the stick of Gibson. And Gibson gained to the zone offside. Play halted with 16:21 left in the first.
Yeah, these first 5 minutes of any national championship game is pretty crucial. I mean, a lot of people watching you, a lot of people at home watching you, and you got to make sure to settle things down and play the game that you're used to.
A near capacity barn here at the Ohio Health Ice House. A face-off win that goes to Adrian College. Now angled off the blue line boards for San Fortune. Back the other way and grabbing the puck was Como. A turnover here where Hardy goes into her corner. Now up ahead, it's sticked up away by the goaltender and Kerr, and now back out to safety where Wilson will just try to dump this in, and now left for Fortune from the corner. Up into the slot area. Hardy was there, but she didn't get the shot on frame.
Yeah, Hardy with a good offensive and defensive play here in the zone, and she gets the puck, and she's always watching to see where she can be to help her teammates.
Well, Fortune just doing a good job of protecting the puck and handling it, as now the battle goes in the corner. 3-on-2 in favor of the Flames, who momentarily dug it out, but Hardy was also there to give support. Now back to Fortune, who's down there. This one just soccered up ahead by John as the puck was out. Now turnover. Shot for Rebellis as this one went high. Didn't look like it was a very good one. Now jammed out in front here, and Kerr with a quick glove as that puck hopped up. And trouble in front. Kerr keeping this a scoreless game.
Passes diagonally across the ice from your corner all the way out to the corner of your zone. Adrian College is going to jump those every single time. You can't get away with those passes against them, and they will turn it into scoring chances.
It's kind of a scary opportunity that went against Liberty here as they win the faceoff. It'll go near side half boards and not out of the zone, as Greenwood was the intended receiver there. It was cut off there as Levis here applying a forecheck, or at least trying to. Now finally sent right back out. And so far through the first 5 minutes, Liberty kind of in all kinds of trouble, at least scoring chances wise. Now dug out there by Liberty Flames, and now finally up ahead there as McDonald with the puck at the center line. She's having trouble with it, and this one just guided back for an Adrian College stick. Up ahead here near side is playing it was Mersick. She couldn't get the handle on it, where the Flames pick it up, go the other way. The stick handle there, and Serafin. She lost the handle on it. Now out in front here, a shot from Zimba that was canceled out by a couple of Flames. And they're just looking to try to get this one out of the zone right now. So far, that early penalty kill looks like might have taken a bit of some mental fortitude. A shot here that goes off the side of the net here. Adrian College swarming right now, and Kerr, not liking what's going on around her, puts a stoppage to it.
We talked at the top of the broadcast about the blazing speed, not just of McDonald, but of the entire Flames team. Every time a Flame touches the puck, within at least a foot of them, there's an Adrian College Bulldog. They cannot use their speed because there's not enough space for them to get up to that speed. And when that's the main key to your game and you can't use it, that's why we're seeing this dominant performance from the Bulldogs so far.
Now face-off one back here and trying to get this one out. Looks like it was Smeberg, excuse me. Shot here, and Dungey has to make the first save of the day. And now the face-off will come in the Bulldog zone for the first time in this game.
Yeah, Quinn, like you said, these this Liberty team isn't able to get to the top speed that they're used to playing their game at, and Adrian's really dominating them and has coverage completely on every player on the ice.
Face off, tie up here. It goes back to Adrian. And now finally up and out of the zone. With speed goes the Bulldogs. Far side face-off circle, and trying to go all the way around was Polari. Now Hardy in the corner. That far corner's kind of seen a lot of action here through the first 6 minutes and some change. Finally out of the zone here. It went off the lineswomen's skate, and now rushing into the corner go two Flames. Only Morris on there, the nearest Flame, as it's kicked out in the corner. Morris will play it. Morris now trying to win this one back. And again, this Liberty team pulled up 12 goals just one day ago. And the Bulldogs have iced the puck.
I mean, you can see right now it's been a very grinded out game. You're talking about the far corner, seeing a lot of action. And that's because right now the Flames are trying to play the Bulldogs game. And when you're playing a game that's not like your own, you're going to be dominated trying to adjust to somebody else's style. So the Flames need to take control of this game and play their speed style of hockey.
One back here, and in the corner we go. Picking up the puck at the point there is McCloy, now just sent deck right down in, and a shot that had from DeMerchant that had to be turned away by the goaltender in Dungy. Right back in, and this was blocked off. Well done by Hardy as she enters the zone. Her line had to get a change here, so she's the only one of the forwards of the Bulldogs. But now we finally go out, now up ahead here for Smybert. Near side for DeMarchant. DeMarchant trying to generate some speed, she does. Enters the zone onside, a shot that was deflected well wide of the far post. Into the corner goes Smybert. Smybert was canceled out there by a Bulldog player. Now back the other way we go in the form of San Fortune. She just pitchforks this one in the zone. Peel off for a change. And as the rest of the Bulldogs get a well-needed change. Smybert there, stick lifted, but giving support was McLeod. Now finally out and up ahead for Morris. Morris couldn't handle it, and it was a turnover in the neutral zone. Now up ahead goes Coleman. Coleman just leaves it there for Rushing. Rushing, far side face-off circle by the hash marks. Had it knifed off of her stick. Now up ahead for McDonald. McDonald would pass up for Morris, and Morris had that puck hop over her stick. Now just stick down, but finally out of the zone for Adrian College. Rushing, trying to get into the zone. A turnover here, but a good support by LaBelle as she gets the puck back for the Bulldogs. This one sent all the way down, and the Bulldogs have iced the puck with 11:44 left in period number one.
Yeah, you have to imagine that head coach Brett Berger for Adrian here, he was in there before the game telling girls who to watch in Liberty and creating those matchups to really get to play a game that they're at right now, and they're doing a great job of it.
McDonald, of course, we called her name a couple times. 2 goals, 3 assists for a total of 5 points in this tournament. Shot from Tipping. That was fired from the blue line.
She had 2 goals from the blue line in the last game against Colorado.
Yeah, I see up here she's from Rochester, Michigan. I can only imagine she played some Minnesota high school hockey, and that's a whole different game up there. They're pretty good at what they do, and there's a reason she plays the way she does.
On DeMerchant, her attempt out was angled right back. Now picking it up goes McDonald. McDonald again with 5 points. Now for, I believe that was DeMerchant. Couldn't get a good read on the numbers.
It was Greenwood.
Apologize. White numbers on white jerseys, a little hard sometimes. Broadcaster's nightmare. Anyway, play goes behind the boards and picked up there by Pierce. Pierce now goes far side for Fair, and she just dumps it in, but it had to be sticked away by Dungy. Camp goes in the corner for the Bulldogs, and there's that speed that we're talking about here. No call there, as maybe being tripped up was Bradford. Now finally trying to get it out past the blue line and successfully doing so. Where the Bulldogs is now playing it is McLeod, goes D to D, and putting on the brakes and reversing is Seraphin. Now back for McLeod. On the Bulldog slot, angled and finally out of the zone as picking up the puck is Fair. She dumps it in as a fire wagon change occurs for the Flames. Now Polson up ahead. Now Hardy got through a couple of defenders. Hardy in the zone was looking for Parody. Couldn't find her. It was a little too far ahead. Hardy lost an edge as she goes under the end boards here. And Liberty trying to get this one out. Now back there for Smybert. Shot here from the point. It wasn't very hard. It was blocked off. Now out in front here, we're going to have a penalty against Liberty. And it might be a tripping call. Both officials with their arms up. It'll be a hook.
you never want to take a penalty, but that was probably a good penalty to take. It was a great chance for the Bulldogs. It was going to be a one-on-one netminder versus skater, and that hook prevented any chance from ever being developed. I'd rather have to kill off a penalty than give up a breakaway opportunity.
Now here's another look at it. Well, you be the judge on that call. Maybe warranted. Someone went down again. And being thrown out of the circle here is DeMerchant. But anyway, it's going to be a power play for the Bulldogs. One back for Harrison. Harrison had her shot blocked there by Bradford. And we're going to have a 4-on-4. Harrison in disbelief at that call.
Yeah, and I mean, well, the refs are going to call that a tripping 9 times out of 10. In Harrison's mind, I mean, they just got tangled up and Bradford wound up going down. But when the ref sees that, they see a player accelerating through the neutral zone and a player falling behind them and tangling up in their skates. So
may have not been the intent, but that's how the play ended up. And a draw here that gets one back for Wilson. Wilson will go back in her end and try to stick handle away. It's 4-on-4 for the next minute 46. To the half boards play goes, and giving chase there was Gilmore. Gilmore almost walked out to the slot with it. Now trying to get it back here. And a shot from Tipping that was deflected wide. And now where the puck goes fair. Back for Tipping. Over by the ACHA logo. Hit a player out in front. And sometimes all you want to do is block it whatever way you can. Sometimes it hurts. But if you become a national champion, that bruise is well worth it.
Sure is. 2 shots from Tipping on that point up there, and she's looking for that first goal.
Now McDonald using her speed to get by a couple defenders. McDonald the only one there as Liberty had to go on a change. And now back here for Bradford. Bradford for John. Now D to D there for Gibson. Gibson sends it down there, and trying to fight through a defender was Rebellis. Now goes down low is Gibson. Gibson walking with it. Looking for someone in the slot, and getting tangled up in front of the net was McDonald. Still down was Dungy, feigning on the shot, now finally out of the zone with 40 seconds left on the 4-on-4. John plays it back at her own blue line.
Even though they haven't scored, the Flames have generated a lot of momentum from this 4-on-4. A speed-based team like the Flames, you love seeing 4-on-4 hockey. It just means you got more space to work with.
Yeah, absolutely. More open ice on the 4-on-4. Up ahead for Polari. Polari walks in here, and this one was angled off and sticked off by Tipping. Back the other way we go. Bernie leading the lead out, and Arnold's going to play this into the near side corner, and Bernie was right there. Play now goes to the half boards back into the corner where Arnold plays it and was looking for more, couldn't find her. Bernie at the far side half board sends this one back in, had to be sticked away, maybe off the side of the post, but nevertheless, Liberty with it. Tipping with a shot here, and I don't know if Dungy saw that shot. Well, back to Tipping from the blue line. This one went off Polari, as now we go 5-on-5.
The Flames are running 4 forwards in Tipping right now.
Exactly, yeah. She's they're giving it to her up there on the point and hoping she produces results.
And just onside, the play went as Hardy gains his own. Hardy gets ran into in the end boards out in front here, and finding the puck was Kerr, and we'll have a stoppage here with 7:23. We'll take a short break after the first 12 minutes of this national championship game. The score still knotted at 0.
The 2018 ACHA National Championships are brought to you by Aries Sportswear, the official merchandise sponsor of the ACHA. Howie's Hockey Tape, the official hockey tape of the ACHA. And by the Three-Legged Mare, located right in the heart of downtown Columbus.
And back in Columbus, Ohio, the site of the ACHA National Championships. So far, 4 champions crowned. We're looking for our 5th one here in the Women's Division I tournament, and we've been treated to a treat at least through the first 12 minutes of the first period. Of course, Quinn Kuski, Nora Sewell, Bozic, Chavari with you here on this call, and so far it's been a fun first period, at least if you're a hockey fan.
Yeah, I mean, the very beginning of the first period started out, it felt like Adrian was just going to dominate play, and really it was the 4-on-4 just now that Liberty seemed to wake up and be able to start playing their game, and now they're trying to make the Bulldogs adjust to their brand of hockey.
Yeah, sometimes you really do need that 4-on-4 to open up the ice, get everyone on the same page, realize you really need to get this first goal, because I imagine that that goal that's coming from either one of these teams is really going to carry out their momentum throughout the game.
Of course, Adrian College didn't get the first goal of their game until well into the overtime period, and that was the goal that won it. Back up ahead here and looking for the stick of McDonald. McDonald using her speed to get to this puck. Now walking out, a bow eagle shot and a save from Dungy, and it's waved off here as the ref thought Dungy had the puck. I'm sure we're going to hear a lot of intent to blow. And if you're a Nashville Predators fan or a Liberty Flames fan,
yeah.
That's something. Those are words you don't like to hear.
Yikes! Yeah, that's one that that's gonna get you every time. I mean, quick to the whistle, and oh, that's a hard one.
Yeah, Dungy didn't have possession of it. Refs lost sight of it. You're trained as a referee. When you lose sight of it, you're supposed to blow the whistle. It hurts if you're a Flames fan, but it's the right move.
Yeah, Dungy right on it. I mean, the rule number one, if you're an official, you hear it a lot, protect the goalie. And I think the referees here in Kendall Hanley and Amanda Tassoni doing a good job there of protecting the goalie.
Yeah, I mean, and that whole chance gets generated because of McDonald just coming off the defensive zone draw, getting shot out of a cannon.
Now shot here that had to get blocked away by Kerr. We're 2 into the corner, now out in front. Kerr has to put the glove on it here. No, puck squirming out as the whistle again was quick. So maybe a storyline here as this national championship game continues. Both teams get a change. Levasseur going to take this face-off, as will Greenwood. Face-off one, now shot here into the glove, and collapsing down on it was Kerr.
Yeah, she's doing a great job of covering up those rebounds, not getting letting the Bulldogs get any chance to slip that one right past her.
Well, we've seen both opportunities, a grinded out kind of opportunity, and also Liberty using their speed generating an opportunity on the other end of the ice and now being tossed out of the circle. Courtney Gilmore. So we'll reset, do this again, and now taking the face-off is Dina Burney.
Yeah, these wingers got to get used to taking those face-offs.
Now back and get to the puck goes Gilmore. Gilmore doesn't get this one out. She just sachets through a couple of Bulldog players. Up ahead goes Burney. Turn away as Levasseur will try to angle this one off the boards. This one, a good job by the Flames to get at it and poking the puck off a stick there, and now finally out to safety for Bellis. This one's still in the Bulldog zone, is keeping it in was Pierce, and this one just sent back down deep, where applying the forecheck there was Burney.
That was a great play there from Werbellis to poke that off of Gilmore's stick, because she was going to walk right out in front and try to roof it on the backhand, and that poke check probably saves a goal.
Wilson will go back behind her net to play this one, pressure being applied there by Bradford. Finally, the Bulldogs get out of the zone as Levasseur applying pressure there. Puck hander DeMerchant. DeMerchant with some speed, and she can skate. Now DeMerchant fired a shot there. It rolled off the blade of her stick. Now back to the point. And down low, DeMerchant with a shot. Didn't get to the net. There's a stick laying out to the near side post here as the puck goes off the ref.
The Flames seem to be settling into this game. They're playing a faster brand of hockey now. They're playing their hockey.
Oh, and a deflection that went off the glove, I believe, of Wilson out in front.
Yeah, really good shift by DeMerchant. Yesterday, she went end-to-end with the speed she had and had her head up and got a really beautiful goal, and I think she's looking to do that again here today.
Now Zimba will peel back in her own zone. Smybert was there applying the forecheck, and now back to Smibert's stick. She was rubbed off there by Moore, and now the battle goes on below the Bulldog net. Now Morris tried to send this one up front. Smybert would have been there as well as McDonald. Now one of the half boards go. Rushing will play it. She gets it up the stick of Polson. Polson's going to have to get by 3 Flames, and she just sends this one on target and stopping it rather easily and just making sure it didn't go anywhere past her was a goaltender in Kerr. Now John reverses her ice and was looking for an outlet pass, couldn't find it. Now up to McDonald here just at the top of the faceoff circle near side. Now for Morris. Morris just lightly gets this in, and playing it is Dungy. Back for Arnold. Ebb and flow this game, and crashing hard and almost intercepting it was Gibson. Nevertheless up ahead here, and now playing it's Parody. Parody loses a handle on it, went back for, that was Pierce. Now up ahead with speed goes Tipping. Tipping can rip it, and she rips one just well wide. And battle on the half boards here near side. Kind of sheltered from our booth, but we'll try to keep you as well informed as we can.
Yeah, every time Tipping is out there up on the point, they're getting her the puck. They know she can absolutely bomb it from the blue line, and she's looking to get one.
Flames do a good job of setting up screens in front for her shots.
Now out in front here is Kerr. Couldn't find it. She knew it was sent out in front here. This one just thrown back in the corner by Rebellis. Finally angled out and without a stick there. It'll be a hand pass. I believe that was Jess Harrison who didn't have a stick.
Yeah, that's hard. Her stick was pretty far away from her, and she didn't want to give up Liberty the offensive opportunity, and she's going to take it outside and regroup.
Sometimes you got to just bite the bullet if you don't have a stick and the puck's right there.
Exactly, you do, especially in these championship games. She's a team player right now and doing what she can.
Now it's going to be Coleman. I think Bell got asked to not take the faceoff, and a faceoff win by the Flames. Now finally guided up ahead there, and a good job of fighting through was fair. Back behind her own net, goes around the boards. There's Rubellis. And the battle ensues here near side half boards. Bradford now with it. Bradford trying to stick handle through. It wasn't there. Now John walks up, and this one sent up and over everyone into the netting. Just in front of that left side scoreboard.
Good look by John. That puck coughed up right up the middle, and she had her head up, got traffic in front, and that's the right idea.
Mentioned during pre-games, an aggressive Liberty Flames team here. Kind of seeing contrasting styles of play so far through the first.
Yeah, both teams are trying to play their style of hockey, and neither one has really been able to get the advantage in their style yet, and that's whichever team can get that advantage will be the team that goes on to win this game.
Now Polson goes far side for Zimba. Zimba walks in. Polson was out in front here, now still out in front. The puck is loose and corralled in there by Tipping. Tipping finally walks it out and just ladles this up out of the zone as it's finally corralled there by Camp. Camp tried to get this one in, now rushes into the zone from the face-off circle. Low angle shot here, out in front here, and it went off the side of the net and caromed out in front.
Yeah, if you're these Liberty defensemen and you see two going up the ice, McDonald, you do what you can to saucer the puck and get her to get an opportunity for your team.
I've seen them throw them up near the rafters and just let them drop down on her stick.
No, they know the impact that she has on this game, and like I said, you see that too. If you're down at the goal line, you do what she can so she can cut across the middle and get that goal.
You see it, 2:20 left in the first. I mean, how much of this first period of the national championship is just feeling out the teams? Of course, you've been able to watch film, but how much of this is just feeling out what actually is going to happen?
I mean, it does take a bit to settle into it, but I mean, like we said, Liberty really went for it after that 4-on-4, and the Bulldogs seems to be consistently playing their defensive style and keeping their head up, and they're doing a good job so far.
This one played up at the blue line here, finally into the Liberty zone. As now angle this one back up towards her bench was DeMerchant. Finally back into the Liberty zone as DeMerchant will try to get this one out, unsuccessfully doing so as the play goes near side half boards in the Liberty zone. Into the corner we go. Now back up to the half boards. They'll go back to Arnold at the point. Now for Harrison. And sent out front, no one there. And this one just trickles out in front. No one got to it. It was in between the legs of a couple of players out in front. Now just redirected. Kerr saw it all the way in. Puts a trapper on top of it.
Yeah, that'll make you nervous for sure if you don't get that puck out.
Yeah, I mean, that puck was just, it was sitting in the slot. And it was just sitting there and no one could seem to find it. And you had two Bulldogs defensemen up at the point. I know they both had a clear view of sight on it. If you're a Bulldogs defenseman, you got to consider pinching in and getting involved in the offense and trying to get a shot on goal. I'm
sure both collective fan bases screaming at their team, just trying to get to the
puck. One
puck.
yelling feet and one yelling send it to the point.
Back out here, kept in at the point, just gloved down there by McLeod. Now to the far side half boards there, taking the puck goes Gibson. Up ahead here is Rebellis tried to poke this one back in. Now with speed in the zone goes Gilmore. And Fortune. And getting tied up there. And picking up the puck is Gibson. Into the corner we go, up ahead at the half boards, and finally out of the zone. Excuse me, back in the corner we go, not out of the zone. I apologize for that. Fake news going on here in the championship game. We'll try to avoid that as best we can. Now tipping. Tipping fired in from the face-off circle. Deflect now out in the slot here, back to the corner and playing it as Morris to the point. Now tipping. She can rip it. She sends it in. It went off the stick of a player in front. Looked like Lyle was the party who deflected it. In the last 20 seconds we go. Back to tipping. Yeah, tipping shot that shot from the point with the intention of Lyle getting that deflection. A really well-ran play. Offside here by Foot trying to get back in the zone was Smybert.
Yeah, if you're those wingers, you really got to make sure she comes in with that puck and you're looking to get on the other side of the blue line. Can't be too anxious or that's going to come right back outside the zone.
I feel like whenever Lyle has the puck on the blue line, whenever tipping has the puck on the blue line, the entire building knows she's going to shoot it. It's just a question of is she going to snipe it or not. This one goes all the way back as it went off the stick of Como. Now finally Polson with it. Last 5 we go, sent to the front, no one there. This one angled out of the zone, and that will probably do it for all of period 1. And we have a 0-0 score. Thoughts through the first 20 minutes.
Both teams here really had the opportunity. Of course, Liberty had the no-goal call, and you're going into the locker room telling everyone, you know, we got to settle down. 0-0. That first goal is really going to count.
Yeah, I mean, both teams are still trying to feel each other out. And I mean, you could see it throughout that first period. And at the same time, you got Adrian, who they haven't been here before, so they've got to be a little bit nervous. And then you have Liberty, who it's got to be in the back of your mind. You lost the national championship game just last year to Miami, Ohio. So, you know, you might have some nerves involved for both teams. Yeah, we'll bring that second period with you, see how the story unfolds. Currently, after 1 period, no score. You're watching the Women's Division I championship game on the ACHA National Championships Network.
Hey, this is Jason with Howie's Hockey Tape, here to tell you about our top quality polo shirts for any occasion, whether you're out on the golf course or out with friends. Our dry fit polo will keep sweat away from your body and keep you on your game. Stay dry, cool, and looking good with your Howie's polo.
My name is Kelly Lorenz, and I'm the Team Store Specialist here at Aries. AriesTeamStore.com is our solution to helping coaches put together spirit wear sales and fundraising.
My name is Adam Walters, and I'm the head boys and girls track coach at Olentangy Orange High School. The fundraising feature of AriesTeamStore.com is nice because you can add $1 or $2 to every item, and then if you have 100 kids and they all buy one item, you just made a quick, easy $100 or $200. It's effective and simple, easy to use, and you get great apparel.
Shoot it, and she hits it.
Are you ready, Columbus? Then join us for the debut of the NCAA Women's Final Four at Nationwide Arena. Get ready to see it all, do it all, and go for it all. March 29th through April 1st. party never stops and the fun never ends. Join us all weekend long. Visit ncaa.com/women's Final Four today.
Hey, I'm Dave from Howie's, and I'm here to tell you what makes Howie's cloth tape the best tape on the market. It starts with strength. Our tape is made with a poly cotton blend, and it has the highest thread count of any tape on the market. It's going to last longer. Next is adhesive. We use an aggressive adhesive that will guarantee this tape will stay on your stick. That's what it's supposed to do, right? I promise you'll love this tape.
It's the feeling you get when it all rushes back. The lights, the sounds, the thrill. This memory has been earned and preserved for a lifetime. Every ring has its story. What will yours say?
For over a century, Columbus has had an appetite for sports. As our city grew, so did our ravenous hunger for more. More sports, more of the time. And not just the mainstream, we wanted it all. A sports city founded on determination, focus, strength. We were never mediocre, and to this day, we never settle. We're a bunch of sports-crazed, competition junkies dying to sink our teeth into whatever game, match, tournament, league, or season thrown our way. You see, Columbus is full of passion. Passion for all that sports embody. Hope, challenges, progress. As we continue our journey to be one of the world's best sports destinations, it's clear Columbus has no off-season.
Hello, this is Harry at Howie's. Not all hockey pucks are created equal. This is a Canadian-made high-density rubber puck. It is chip-resistant. If you'd like, we'll put your team's logo on a case of these pucks. This is a good product.
There's people who care where I'm going, and good friends who welcome me home. So get a full tank of freedom, drive the American road. And with a full tank of freedom, find your own highway. We'll take you wherever you go. Take you wherever you go.
Hey, this is Betsy from Howie's, and I want to tell you a little bit about our hoodies. They're made with a polyester and pre-shrunk cotton blend, which means they're not going to shrink down on you. They're really thick and super soft on the inside. They also have these classy Howie's cloth laces on them. So whether you're at the rink or out on the pond, I know you're going to love this hoodie.
Back here from Columbus, Ohio, you see the graphic there, 0-0 after 20 periods. Shot totals 10 for Adrian College, 6 for Liberty University. We'll take a look at the first period highlights and basically the story of it for saves. Here's the first one. Allison Dungy here. We'll take a quick look at it as, there we go, it's from the corner cam. We'll first look from the corner. There's the first save from Dungy, who had to fight that one off so far.
I mean, just a shot right from the slot, and she extends out the left pad and catches it on the pillow.
Yeah, she tracks that puck across the crease and goes for the save.
There comes a couple face-off wins here. That was clean by Greenwood, but that started the shot. That was tipped out in front.
Yeah, Liberty's strong on draws. I've noticed it through every game. They dominate the face-off circle game after game.
Especially when you have your centers taking the face-offs.
A couple shots off the face-off, one of those quick shots, or maybe a grinded out shot. So take another look at the saves from Dungy. This one sent out in front and turned away there. Better look at it from behind the goal. And so, I mean, that's what we look at through the first period. I mean, the goaltender's there. I mean, Liberty getting their opportunities with just rips from the point.
Yeah, I mean, Liberty, they're using their speed to generate space and find open lanes, and the second they see an open lane, they don't hesitate to pull the trigger. And then at Adrian, they're shooting pucks in and just trying to generate rebounds, grimy goals, exactly what we talked about at the top of the broadcast.
Yeah, both teams playing the game that they're used to, try to make their systems work, and that's how they're going to win this game.
Yeah, we'll go to a break, come back with the second period. You're watching the Women's Division I Championship on the ACHA National Championships Network.
Hey, I'm Dave from Howie's, and I'm here to tell you what makes Howie's cloth tape the best tape on the market. It starts with strength. Our tape is made with a poly cotton blend, and it has the highest thread count of any tape on the market. It's going to last longer. Next is adhesive. We use an aggressive adhesive that will guarantee this tape will stay on your stick. That's what it's supposed to do, right? I promise you'll love this tape.
It's the feeling you get when it all rushes back. The lights, the sounds, the thrill. This memory has been earned and preserved for a lifetime. Every ring has its story. What will yours say?
For over a century, Columbus has had an appetite for sports. As our city grew, so did our ravenous hunger for more. More sports, more of the time. And not just the mainstream, we wanted it all. A sports city founded on determination, focus, strength. We were never mediocre, and to this day, we never settle. We're a bunch of sports-crazed, competition junkies dying to sink our teeth into whatever game, match, tournament, league, or season thrown our way. You see, Columbus is full of passion. Passion for all that sports embody. Hope, challenges, progress. As we continue our journey to be one of the world's best sports destinations, it's clear Columbus has no off-season.
Hey, I'm Dave from Howie's, and I'm here to tell you what makes Howie's cloth tape the best tape on the market. It starts with strength. Our tape is made with a poly cotton blend, and it has the highest thread count of any tape on the market. It's going to last longer. Next is adhesive. We use an aggressive adhesive that will guarantee this tape will stay on your stick. That's what it's supposed to do, right? I promise you'll love this tape.
Here we go, the practice facility, the Ohio Health Ice House, the practice facility of the Columbus Blue Jackets, host to the ACHA National Championships. And a first period, of course, we see Adrian College out shooting the Liberty Flames by a total of 10-6. Thoughts on the first period and what you expect going into the second?
I expect both coaches said stick to what you know, stick to what you're doing, and you're going to get the results if you keep your head up, control that neutral zone, and use your speed to do so.
Yep, the Bulldogs had a better period statistically in the sense of shots, because at the beginning of the period, the Flames tried to play Adrian's game, and I'm assuming their head coach, Chris Lowe's, was like, look, you got to play your game, stop trying to adjust to what they're doing, go out there, play your speed game, get shots on goal, and they woke up really with the 4-on-4 in the first period was when we really saw Liberty turn it around.
Yeah, I know it can especially be difficult to look up here and see all your fans, and it's something you keep in mind that you know how many people are watching you, but it can be nerve-wracking, and you just got to settle down and do what you practice. And I mean, you've been playing your game all season, and you shouldn't change now to just get something works.
Should be noted, I mean, it takes a lot of work just to get to this tournament, and even more work to get to this point of the season where you're in the championship game here. Teams have switched ends. We're going the long way here in the middle frame, and it was a face-off win here by McDonald. She tried to get through here as LU, the champ by the LU faithful. Going back and playing this is McLeod, and we're going to have a call here against Liberty.
It's not the way you want to start your second period, but can't let it affect the way you carry out the rest of your game here.
Well, instead of a penalty at 40 seconds of the first period, we're going to have one at 10.
I mean, almost the exact same start that Liberty got off to in the first period, and they're doing it again in the second. And that's really why they had such a slow start to the first, is it knocked them out of their game, kind of knocked them into a funk offensively, because you can't, when you play a speed-based game and then you go on the kill, it messes that game up quite a bit. And so now they're going to have to try to make the exact same adjustment.
It sure does. Their defensemen do a really good job of wheeling this puck and getting it up the ice, and let's hope that they can do so from their own zone.
Well, now Hardy will go drop below the Liberty net here. She's looking for someone to get it to. She'll decide to get to the point there in the form of Rebellis. Now right back down to Hardy in the corner. Hardy tried to walk this one out, but their giving support was Fortune. Now right back to Rebellis. Rebellis goes D to D here in the form of parity. Back to Rebellis from the ACHA logo. Looking for the blade of Fortune out in front here. Corralling the puck here is Kerr, as we're just 27 seconds into this power play.
Yeah, Parity does a really good job there up at the point. She has her head up, looking for defensive partners, her wingers, her center, making sure she's going to make that shot when there's traffic in front.
So the face-off will come to the glove side there of Kerr. And then to take this for the Bulldogs is Rushing. She wins the face-off here, and it'll go back to Harrison. Now walking in, a shot here was a shot that was deflected into the slot area, and by sticking this and deflecting it back out was Wilson. She's going to play it from her own circle and drop below her old goal line. Behind her net, now here near side half boards in the form of a couple of Bulldogs. Now Rushing into the zone here, angled off there by a couple of Flames. And they're going to have to dig this one out of the half boards. Still battling the half boards here as trying to dig this one out. And coming away was Polson. Polson will go back up for Harrison. Harrison pokes this right back up here, and it went through the skates of a couple of players. Now Rushing and applying the pressure there. I believe that was tipping as she sends this all the way down as Dungy will come back and play it. To the last 40 we go of the Bulldog power play up ahead for Fortune. She couldn't handle that pass as it now goes into the corner. McLeod trying to get this one out and unsuccessfully doing it, and finally assisting in that clear out was Bradford.
Yeah, Dungy had a really good stretch pass that set up that rush for the Bulldogs. They caught the Flames in a change, and just a pass skipped off a stick.
Back, and Parity lost a handle on it. Goes back to the point in the form of Arnold. Now Moore with a shot here through traffic. Saved by Kerr. Looks like it went through, and now right back. The Bulldogs dropped off for Moore. Moore from the logo. She's looking for a stick out there. That's kind of been the point of attack for the Bulldogs on this power play. Now right back to Arnold. She played it with her backhand, and there to apply the pressure was Fair. Power play expires, and just getting this one in the corner where McLeod will play it. Was knifed off there by Hardy, who has to deal with an errant stick. She kicks it through. Finally the pass out in front here. Now off a skate, as now corralling the puck is Smybert. Up ahead to the, and carrying the puck forward is Fair. 2-on-1 ensuing. Fair tried to, she was looking, I think, for Smybert, but it was so far behind her that Smybert couldn't even backward skate and get to the puck.
Yeah, you got to be real careful of that pinch play there. Liberty, with their speed that they possess coming up against them like that, you got to keep your head up and make sure if you are going to pinch from the point that it's safe to do so, and they're coming at you if you're not making the right play, and that's exactly what they did.
Well, at least if you're a forward, you got to hustle back and cover your defensive point as well.
Yeah.
To your point, Nora, well pointed out. To the circle we'll go. Gilmore taking the face-off for Liberty. She kicks it back, and into the corner we go. A lot of board play here early in this championship game, as it's won back by Gilmore, and a penalty is going to be assessed to the Bulldogs as soon as they control the puck. Finally get this one out was Bernie, and now this will come near side, and finally touching up to get the call was Mersick.
Yeah, I mean, the Flames were kind of getting into that. It was starting to feel like the beginning of the first period all over again, and this could be the exact scenario that allows the Flames to wake up in this period, and it's a lot sooner than when they kind of woke up in the first period. So they'll get some more offense here, and they very well might pot a goal.
Yeah, you can see right away they put Tipping out there on the ice up on the point, and to your point earlier, they're going to get it up to her and hope she can bomb it from the top of the blue line.
Face-off draw is go back to Wilson. Wilson had her stick tangled and probably ill-advised, sending this one right back up the middle. Tipping now goes D to D here for Bernie. Bernie tried to send it in, right back to Bernie. Now drop for Tipping. Tipping from the logo, fired in and into the trapper of Dungy, who was waiting for it.
You can even see Bernie there. She might have had the opportunity to shoot the puck, but she looks to see even she had that lane if Tipping was open, so she could get the shot off.
Yeah, something to note about the Flames power play is they do run 4 forwards and then Tipping, and they run Bernie or Smybert, I apologize, up at the point.
Smybert, of course, the leading point scorer for the Flames. She has 8 points throughout this tournament. Goes right back up. Now Smybert back here for Tipping. Walks across the logo and tried to leave this for Bernie. It was in between Bernie and another player. Now an errant pass from Fair. Oh, let Adrian College at least set up a defensive play on the blue line. Rushing was there. It went off of her skate. And Fair now with it at her own blue line. Walks up to the red line and finally into the zone as she still controls puck. Fair puts on the brakes, reverses her track, and it'll come here near side. Now back to the top where Tipping is. Tipping throws it in front and maybe had Morris there, but the attempt was well wide. Now left down low for Gibson. Gibson back to Tipping. Tipping fires one and it hit Morris out in front. A shot that hits a Adrian College player, and now applying the forecheck Bradford. She got the puck to her stick. And now a shot here and fought through. Dungy still has it and a score!
It's just like what we talked about, the grinded out goals that Liberty, they don't always have to be pretty as long as they find Twine.
Yeah, no, they all seem to be on the same page here. They wanted to do what they could to get the shot off, to get the reflection, and it's a goal.
Shelby Bradford, the freshman out of Washington, Michigan, gets credited for the goal here as we take another look at it. Low angle shot, like Bradford was right there. Probably the better look at it here from below the goal cam.
I got deflected by Morris. Rebound came out and Bradford was sitting behind the net, was able to come out in front and bury it short side.
So it is a power play goal. Is now going back to play this. Goes Camp. Camp behind her own net, puts on the brakes. The battle goes on the inboards. Now up ahead for Parody. Hardy now with it. She tried to get it out where Como was waiting for it. Now Hardy gets his own on. Well, Adrian College thinking that play was onside. Maybe his skate was lifted.
Yeah, we got a few hundred referees in the stands as well, and they didn't like that call nearly as much as the referees on the ice seemed to think it was.
Well, I think there's always a linesman right on that blue line, and they usually have the best vantage point. Kind of like when someone starts arguing balls and strikes with a home plate umpire.
Yeah, it's not gonna work out too well.
Anyway, play goes back in. It was deposited by DeMerchant as the puck goes below the goal line. Around the boards we go here, half boards. Goes to play now, sent back out in front. DeMerchant walks up to the circle. Shot here, It didn't get to Dungy, even though she was sprawled out looking for a save. Back up to the point here rather weakly by Bradford. And up ahead. Walk into the zone, went pulse in, shot here, and hit a couple of Flames players out in front. Down along the boards we go as now finally digging this one out is Pierce. Goes off the boards, but waiting for it was Rebellis, and she just deposits this right back in as the Bulldogs had to tag up.
It's interesting. The Flames play, it's kind of reminding me of the Adrian College men's D1 play, the banking it off the boards and looking for speed down the wings.
The intercepting puck was Rebellis, is now back the other way we go. Bringing the puck along was Gibson. Behind the boards we go, and played back in the corner where Rebellis plays it. Rebellis tried to get this one out, but it was cut off there by Gilmore. Around the corner and up to the half boards near side. Cut off there, and they're going to try to dig this one out again. Board play kind of ruling this championship game as Rebellis angles off Gibson. Finally pitchforked out, and back to corral the puck is Seraphin. She goes D to D where McLeod plays it. I'm back here for Seraphin. Angled off the boards and was waiting for it. Smybert, she couldn't handle it as it went to a Bulldog player. And right now, Liberty University with all the puck possession here in the second period. As soon as I say that, though, Zimbert gets the puck and it goes into the trapper of the goaltender there and Chantel Furr.
Yeah, not only is Liberty fast on their offensive play, but as well as that back check and that defensive play, they're getting back into the zone to make sure that no one on Adrian is open, and it's gonna generate a lot of opportunities for them here today.
Face-off comes to the glove side here of Kerr. And a face-off that was momentarily won. A shot here that Kerr had to fight off. The puck's still in the slot here. Now still in the zone, and finally walking this puck out, Shannon Fair. Up ahead, far side to Merchant. And the Merchant will go all the way down and into the near side corner. She plays it back to the point in Como. And it was gloved down by Bradford as now Bradford gains possession of the puck, walks back to the corner and just leaves this behind there for a Flames teammate in Fair. From the point, the shot goes, and it went off the mask of Dungy right into her glove, and she keeps possession of it to keep this a one-goal game.
Yeah, whenever you let a shot go from the blue line and it catches the goalie's mask, a lot of teams will try to get shots right back on the goalie because the goalie sometimes can be a little rattled right after taking a puck right there.
Exactly, and second she had that point off the shot, you saw both wingers and the center come straight to the crease to make sure they were going to get that in the back of the net if the opportunity presented itself.
Draw one back to Tipping as she just tried to get this just deep in the zone. Now going back, you see Liberty's speed there as the Bulldogs have iced the puck.
You know you got a fast team when a defenseman is even with a forward and they both start skating straight and you see the defenseman pulling away. It's a fast hockey team.
We've seen that speed displayed on a couple of rushes, though it was a kind of a grinded out goal for Liberty. That gives them the one-goal lead. Play goes in the corner, and now up to the half boards, finally out of the zone, as having to give chase there is the defenseman, or excuse me, the forward in parity. Back the other way we go, and now Bradford has it. Knifed off to her stick. Now Mersick tried to handle through, and Camp now has it up ahead for Mersick. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Mersick walks in, fires a shot here that was deflected into the corner. Mersick now goes for Hardy, who's down low. This one knifed off her stick. Mersick had it, was stick tied there, and a cover by Bradford's glove. A lot of Adrian College fans asking for a penalty. However, it was denied and finally covered up by the goaltender and Kerr.
Yeah, I know we keep mentioning the speed of Laura McDonald, but I think we also need to watch out for DeMerchant. She's out there. She has her head up. She's controlling that neutral zone when she is, and she's a fantastic left-handed forward for this Liberty Flames team.
Yeah, you mentioned that coast-to-coast goal she scored yesterday earlier. I mean, it was one of the prettiest goals of the entire
tournament. Beautiful. It was my favorite goal of yesterday. She worked hard for it and deserves it.
Puck dropped here and won cleanly by Liberty. It was played in the corner there. As now Liberty tries to get this up. Was looking for the stick there of Greenwood. And the Flames have iced the puck. 11:46 left in the middle frame. Liberty finds themselves up by 1 goal as that was scored in this period.
It's nice to see that Adrian isn't scrambling their play. They're sticking to a goal. They're not too much all over the ice, and they're doing what they can to make this a 1-1 game.
Zimba, and we're going to have a false start here. But being kept in is Allie Morris. Good job there, losing her footing after maybe a control play there was Smybert. Well, here near side here played for Como. Como tried to send this one in deep. Dungio covered up as that was Smybert who was applying some pressure.
Yeah, I mean, you could see the Flames, they're playing their game and doing so at a very high level right now, and Adrian kind of scrambling for answers right now as the Flames have dominated the second period thus far.
I think the stop and go, at least of these last couple of minutes, favor Adrian College a little bit, but we'll see if that ends up on the scoreboard as this one was finally sent out and taken by McLeod. Sent right back in, and Dungey will cover up as Bernie applying pressure, using her speed to try to split the defenders.
Yeah, 82, LaBelle, she was hoping that was coming across the red line. She was ready to go. She had her head up, and she was going to take it down with her if that was any bit of a turnover there.
So DeMerchant in the face-off circle for the Flames. She tried to play this one up ahead, and then goes to the stick of Bradford. Now leaves it for DeMerchant, who's down low. DeMerchant sends this out on top, and a pad save by Dungey, and she has to sprawl to cover this one up as we're swarming Flames around the blue of the crease.
Yeah, these Bulldogs, these wingers need to make sure that those points are covered. They're slipping down below the hash marks, and especially when you have tipping up there, you cannot be down that far and lose that coverage because she's going to make something happen if she gets the puck.
That was exactly what we noticed against Colorado, tipping with a ton of space, letting shots go, and you're just seeing players blocking off Warrens and Hartman, and that was just allowing easy goals for the Flames.
Now Adrian College having all kinds of trouble just trying to get this puck out. Remember, the period of the long change, so not only do you have to get it out, you also have to get it deep enough to warrant a change for your team. This one won't do the job. Well, I guess sending it back in over the glass will, as that's what tipping just did.
Yeah, if you're the Bulldogs, that change was something you really needed, because when you have generated pressure in the offensive end like the Flames had there, you can change as often as you need to because your bench is right there. The Flames have to go a long ways to, or I'm sorry, the Bulldogs had to go a long way to make that change.
Yeah, they're going to do what they can to make sure they're keeping them down there in their own zone as long as possible.
Now Parody walks in looking for a shot from the slot here. It was cut off by Emily John. Now Harrison from her own blue line, now up ahead, was looking for Hardy and was too far ahead as Hardy couldn't get to it. Now Como back below and behind her own net. She was cut off by Parody. Hardy there. Stick handles by one defender. Just tries to send this in the front of the net. Kerr was waiting for it. She had to kind of short hop the puck with 10:18 left in period 2.
Yeah, something we haven't really noted on for the Flames is they're doing a great job this game in blocking shots. They're getting in the shooting lanes, and I'm noticing almost every time that a good chance has been developed for the Bulldogs, the shot like from the slot or off a 2-on-1 doesn't find its way through and winds up getting blocked off and well wide of the net.
And Liberty's cutting off the shooting lanes here. This one played forward off the face-off. And now, I believe that was Coleman who played it out in front here. Scramble, and covering it is Kerr. As right now, Adrian College kind of being cheeky off the face-off in their offensive zone.
But back to your point, Quinn, if you can teach your forwards to play, if they're used to playing an offensive game, but you can also teach them to play offensive defense, I mean, that's something to commend from Chris Lowe and his crew.
Now back Bradford plays as she tried to go around the end boards and into the near side corner, but it was assisted by a teammate. Now finally out of the zone. Rebellis is going to have to give chase as Bradford is also there watching the play. This one angled off the glass and thrown up ahead by the glove of DeMerchant. Up ahead now here as bringing it out of the zone go the Bulldogs. This one just dumped in, and it was on frame and having some trouble playing. It was Kerr.
Yeah, Kerr's a bit of a feisty netminder though. She got involved in a scrap in the corner last game, so she's not too worried about having to come out of her crease to play a puck and jump on it in that situation.
Well, we've reached the middle point of the period, which means we will take a short break, come back with the rest of the second period. So far, Liberty with a 1-goal lead.
The 2018 ACHA National Championships are brought to you by Barron's Championship Rings, the official ring vendor for all ACHA National Champions and Hall of Famers. And by Marathon, fueling the American spirit.
And welcome back to Columbus, Ohio. Midway through the second period, Liberty finds themselves ahead by 1 goal in this championship game, and so far it's been a good one. I mean, both teams have had their opportunities going through the first period and a half of play.
Yeah, I mean, both teams have been generating pressure, and they've been generating pressure in their own different ways. And right now, Liberty has a goal off of the power play. And if you're Adrian, this is not a team you can afford to give power play opportunities to. You have to play very disciplined against them because they will score when given the opportunity.
Yeah, I know they're both are doing a great job of playing the game they need to. And if I'm Adrian, I'm not losing hope yet. You're looking strong. You're winning those battles, and maybe just up that compete level a little bit.
Adrian College very much in this game. They've had their opportunities, and I mean, for the most part, as Kerr has made some stops, she's given up a lot of rebounds as well in this game.
She has, and those are the goals you're looking for because it's definitely going to count right now.
Faceoff comes to the glove side of Kerr, and now one to the corner here, still kept in the zone. Activating from the point was Arnold. Shot in the skates of a couple of Liberty players. Turned away by the blocker as a shot stayed on the ice.
It's a bit of an awkward blocker save to make there as the puck was still on the ice, not in the air.
Now into the corner we go. Fortune out. This one was just trying to get played out in front by Rushing. Rushing was being harassed there as the puck finally gets out of the Liberty zone, but off the line's women, and now played up ahead there. Now there might have been a hip check, but probably incidental contact. The rolling here, shot here, and a pad save is guarding that short side post was Kerr.
It's never a bad shot to put it off the far pad because that puck kicks right across the net mouth. If someone's there to pot it home, it's 1-1.
Battle here on the near side corner. And it's 3 Flames, 3 Bulldogs trying to dig this one out. Back to the point. Harrison ripped one. It was deflected off the skate of Rushing, and a pad save by Kerr. Now out in front here, Kerr still out in front here, scramble. The puck would not go as Kerr handles it in front of the net.
Yeah, you can really see Adrian trying to crash the net and maybe slip this one short side by Kerr, but she's doing everything she can to prevent that from happening.
I'm sure we'll take a look at that last opportunity, but a dangerous one for Adrian College.
Yeah, Adrian with a great chance there off a deflection, and right afterwards they're looking for those greasy goals, those grimy goals. They don't care how it goes in as long as it goes in.
There's a good look at it, and a good save by Kerr as Adrian College not happy with that one. This ruling.
Yeah, Kerr, she's down there. She's, like we had Quinn had pointed out earlier, she's a feisty goaltender, and if you get in her crease at all, she's making sure you're out of it pretty quickly.
She was actually sitting back there in her crease, turned around and jawing with one of the Adrian College forwards. She still is. She's just jawing, and she's talking trash right now.
Nothing really worse than a goaltender that talks trash when you're a forward.
Yeah, they get under your skin pretty quickly.
The mind games ensuing between Adrian College and Liberty as a battle along the boards just inside of the Liberty zone. Just letting them play on, and a good job by Hardy to dig this one out, and this one most likely went off the netting.
I like Adrian's last 2 minutes of play here. They're thirsty for that goal, and they're putting the people on the ice that they think are going to do the job.
Yeah, they're pushing hard, and they're controlling play right now, which is exactly what you want when you're down a goal.
Faceoff will come just outside the Liberty zone. In there for Liberty, Allie Morris. This one just finally sent right back down in as Kerr settles it for defensive pair. Around the boards we go. Seraphin who tried to send it. Now right back down to Seraphin in the far side corner. Walks behind her own net, tries to angle it up the boards. Had a player there at the half boards who walks it out before it was taken by Harrison. And now just looking for the tape here for Bulldogs. She splits the defender. A shot here and a penalty. That's going to be going against the Flames. And it's a slash. And Adrian College, who for the most part, since we've come back from that media break, they've been swarming around the Liberty goal.
No, they really have. They're making sure their offensive play counts, and they're doing what they can for number 24, Seraphin. She's doing a good job of getting the puck to the net, and hopefully she gets done.
It's Seraphin that is going to the box for the slashing call. And, yeah, I mean, if you're a Liberty defense woman there, I mean, at that point you were just desperate to try and relieve the pressure, and she was doing anything she could and wound up taking a penalty.
Now here the other way is Pierce, who tried to clear all the way out. Now a shot here from Wilson, was looking near side post. Couldn't find it, still sent back on a backhand attempt there by Bulldog in front. I believe that was Olivia Zimba. This one finally gloved out of the zone, where Wilson will have to play it for the full 200 feet.
All the momentum right now is on the favor of the Bulldogs. If you're the Flames, you've got to do something to try and turn this game around, because while you're in the lead, it feels like it's a Bulldog hockey game right now.
Absolutely. Here now Wilson, Adrian College just having trouble trying to get in the zone as there's a minute 20 left. Now here side boards and dangerously flung out in front. Bradford was there. The puck went through her skates. Now rushes in. A shot here, low angle shot here that didn't find its target. Now Wilson D-to-D for Rebellis. Rebellis from about 10 feet out from the top of the circle. She blows a tire as she tried to go back and play the point. And Dungy will settle this one down as Wilson goes back to play this. Now Wilson all the way up at the boards. Finds Parody. Parody tried to stick handle around a defender there, and John just gets it as far as the red line.
Just trying to get a bit too cute there for the Bulldogs as they went to enter the zone.
Not really their style of play here. It's more of a grind. Now gloved down by Harrison. Harrison fans on her shot. Probably waited too long as Farrah was there to apply the pressure.
Yeah, good look by Harrison. She knew that puck was coming right down the middle, and good attempt.
Oh, and a cheeky attempt there as Hardy put on the brakes, reversed her ice, and tried to stuff it home on that post.
That's brave. Coming back around, maybe looking for the reverse play on the far side, and she did a good job.
Well, if you're a goaltender, a bit of a panic attack there as now Parody walks in, stick handles a shot here that was turned away by McLeod. She was watching Parody. Now this one goes in for Hardy as the penalty expires. Was looking for Moore, who was at the point. Now Hardy still down at the bottom there as she gets ran into by McLeod. McLeod, Hardy now gets support from the teammates. Puck frozen as no one able to dig this one out with 5:36 left.
Yeah, if you're Adrian, you're on the bench, you're really commending each other for the effort of play they've had here in the past 10 minutes. Like we've said, they're controlling the game right now, and this can easily, like right here, she's trying to come short side.
Yeah, it was Hardy, and she was around behind the net, was acting like she was going to do a wraparound. She was watching Kerr, and the second Kerr went to slide over and hug the far post, she reversed direction and tried to stuff it back short side.
Very smart offensive play.
Sure, as a goaltender, there's some panic that sets in when you go to one post and all of a sudden see a puck coming around on the other side.
Especially when you spent the last 5 minutes trash talking the other team before a face-off.
Some mind games being played between goal scorers and goalies. Now Camp just dumps this one in, is now about to play it as Kerr. We see some questionable goaltender play here as they've come out. Of course, a couple of goals let in over this tournament by goalies who decided to come out of the net and play it. To the last 5 minutes we go in period number 2. Now angled off the end boards by Moore, and gets sent right back to Moore by her defensive pair in Camp. Finally out as McLeod plays it. Now off the boards and now just dumped in. As going back to, well, it looks like icing's ruled against Liberty. Too far off of the red line to send that one in.
Yeah, McLeod didn't seem to like the call, but she was behind the red line, and the refs decided to call an icing on it, and now she can't get off the ice like she was hoping.
I don't think any defensive player likes when icing gets ruled against them.
No, they're usually pretty smart about that play, and when it doesn't happen, she might be a little bit tired.
Well, on the other end, now playing it here is Lyle. Lyle gets this one all the way up. This will probably go for icing again. Back to it goes Wilson, and the Flames have iced the puck.
Yeah, they just seem a bit gassed right now. You almost want to think that Coach might consider a timeout, as you've now iced it twice. Players just appear to be tired.
Yeah, especially if you're Adrian, you know there's girls down there hunched down, and you're going to take full advantage knowing that their legs have been moving for quite a bit.
Well, kind of a big face-off one here, and it was deflected in the corner. Now racing is Smybert. Smybert tries to get this one out, but it was returned right back into the near side corner. The Bulldogs frantically just trying to get this one out, go for a change. Remember, it's a long change too, so just getting it out of your zone won't do it. This one goes all the way around, set by Pierce. Smybert there in the near side corner tries to get this one out, unsuccessfully doing it. And now getting ran into is Wilson. Now finally with the puck goes Morris. Some of the Flames will get on a change, at least in the defensive pair. Now out in front here as it was turned away by Dungy. We're going to have a penalty against Adrian College, and it'll be at least 2 minutes for a body check.
Yeah, that's a little bit hard to avoid there. You're making sure you're taking away Liberty's opportunity to get a goal, but at the same time, you have to do what you can to prevent that from happening.
Kirsten LaBelle, the guilty party. She led the Bulldogs in penalties in minutes throughout the regular season. As we take another look at that, LaBelle, maybe.
But now, very dangerous Flames power play. That's how they've got their 1 goal in this game and in this period. And now they'll look to get a second one off of it.
Needless to say, big power play for both teams. Of course, Adrian College, who just mounted that offensive threat, now just going to have to play defensive hockey at least for the next 2 minutes. I'm sure they might be looking for a counter rush, but with the speed of Liberty, might not be the best idea. Now Smybert lost the handle it on the near side corner. Good support there from the Flames on the near side half boards as I believe that was Gilmore. Yep, we're going to have a penalty here. That's going to be a hook against Gilmore. Yeah, something about that play didn't look right. And the old saying goes, if something doesn't look right, it probably isn't right.
Yep, and they have a good dangerous power play, but if you only run a power play for 30 seconds, that probably isn't going to get you too far.
No, if I'm Adrian, I'm actually maybe a little bit excited to get some 4-on-4 play here, open up the ice and take that strong suit that Liberty has on their power play away.
A little bit more spacing now to work the puck around as well. And this one goes off the netting. And we'll reset and do this one again. So it's going to be 4-on-4 for the next minute 27 and an abbreviated power play for the Adrian College Bulldogs.
Now, if you're Adrian, right when that minute 27 expires, you're hoping you're already in your zone with a sustained attack. That way the extra attacker just hops in and it's like a trailer almost.
The Merchant with it. The Merchant looks like she's going to try to force her way out of the zone and successfully doing so. But not after Hardy picks it up. Hardy back into the zone, tries to stick handle by, and she gets checked off of that. And we're going to have a 4-on-3, at least for the next 65 seconds.
Every time I see Hardy wearing 66 in black and gold, I can't help but think about Mario Lemieux. Even though Lemieux was a right-handed shot, it always briefly crosses my mind whenever I see 66 in black and gold.
If you're going to wear that number in black and gold, you better live up to that number. Here's another.
There might be a little intent behind that, but she's been pretty strong here this game, and I like it.
Take another look there, but Quinn, you mentioned it a couple of times, and as did you, Nora. Sometimes you got to take the penalty to take away a scoring opportunity, and I think that was probably one of those opportunities where you were forced to take that penalty.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting here, a 4-on-3 power play for 1 minute and 5 seconds, and then it will actually become a 5-on-3 briefly.
This one sent up here, and looked like Kerr had some trouble getting to the covering that puck up. I mean, the shot went 5-hole, and I think that's where most of the Adrian College shots have been looking for, is that 5-hole of Kerr.
Yeah, if I recall right yesterday, that's how Colorado got their goal, and maybe they're talking before the game and know that might be a little weak spot for her down there.
That's how Minnesota scored their goal against her as well.
Now Smybert getting tossed out of the circle. And to take it is Bernie, who loses the draw. Now one back here near her side. Up to the top where Rebellis from the logo. Down here for Polson. She couldn't handle it. Would have had a wide open net and she could have one-timed it. Now sent up here, a bouncing puck. As it probably two-hopped Kerr. And Kerr probably taking some spring training ground balls.
Yeah, that puck gets down low. She's pretty quick to cover it up, especially we saw yesterday, but a few have made a weird bounce and given that opportunity for Adrian to capitalize.
As you get, we're down to 2:35 remaining in the second, and when you get later in a period, that ice gets cut up a little bit more. There's a few more chops on it. We've also been using this ice for a long time now. 10-day tournament. This is the very last game, so that puck might take a really weird bounce off the ice, hit it like a little rut or something like that.
All right, back to Rebellis. Down low, we've seen some awkward caroms off of the boards and off the glass in this tournament. Back to the half boards, up to the point where Rebellis walks in. Shot here, and it was into the stick of Seraphin, who couldn't get all the way out. Now for Polson, a shot turned away by the blocker of Kerr. Now back to Rebellis up at the logo. Deflected there, was looking for the stick of Zimba. The 4-on-3 is gonna end momentarily. And now out in front here, Polson pulled the trigger, but it was blocked off by DeMerchant. Now down low, sent out in front and was looking for Polson. Now sent out in front again, scramble in front. Finally get to her blade on it was DeMerchant. She clears it. And back down the way we go. It's a 5-on-3 power play for the next 16 seconds.
That was a huge clear from the Flames because they had just gotten the extra woman out of the box, and that was going to...
On Polari here. Polari with a shot and turned away by Kerr. Kerr up to the task right now. Up to the point we go. Walking in now, Harrison walks into the slot here. Was looking for the blade of Parody. Couldn't find it. A turnover here. And for the most part, that was Pierce coming off of her bench. Or excuse me, yeah, off of the bench. The penalty's right there. The penalty box right next to the bench. So you can get a quick change with your guilty player coming off the box right onto the ice.
Yeah, if you're Adrian, you're really got to make sure that that doesn't happen, because with the speed that they possess, she could have really made a goal.
And what could have been a chance here for the Bulldogs to tie the game has now turned into momentum for the Flames as they kill it off.
I think if you're Adrian College, though, you got to be happy with that power play, even though you didn't get the goal that's on the scoreboard. Here's another look at it.
Lots of great chances for the Bulldogs all throughout that power play.
Yeah, I see Rebellis calling for the puck, letting her teammate know she's ready and making that shot count.
Well, that's what you want to do. You want to get the goaltender moving left to right or right to left. Either way, now to the last 40 seconds we go here in the middle frame. The Merchant being harassed there, gives it up for a teammate in the form of Gibson. Gibson lost the handle on it, backhanded through the crease. Didn't have enough on it to send it on target as Kerr still turning Bulldogs away. Now out Bradford. Bradford has the puck rolling off of her stick. Finally got it up, angled off the boards. Bradford's going to get to it again. Watched by Fortune. Puts on the brakes. Back the other way we go to the last 20 seconds as Rushing. Now just handling it there is Kerr as she momentarily thought about covering it up, had to take a peek. Saw Rushing coming in and decided to halt this play.
Yeah, you saw that mishandle right in front of Kerr. And as a goalie, you just about lose your lunch when you see that puck get mishandled and a opposing forward coming right up in the slot with a wide open opportunity at you.
The chirping might go to your defensive pair than the other team at that point. Zimba face-off win here, still last 10 seconds. Wilson sends it. It goes off the elbow of Morris. Now just sent it deep where Tipping will just decide to leave this on the board to the last 3-2, and he'll close out period number 2 as Liberty finds themselves with a 1-goal lead. 40 minutes of hockey, we have 1 goal. We don't have a winner yet. We still got to play another period.
Yeah, this is the type of game you can see from the first and second seed of the tournament. Doing pretty well, and Liberty there with some block shots, taking that opportunity away, and Adrian really controlling those that last later part of the period.
Adrian really dominated the whole second half of that second period, and it's due to the really strong play from Kerr that they didn't put one on the board. But they just, if you're the Bulldogs, you got to keep playing your game. You were close, you know you were close, and you're bound to get one if you just keep it up.
Yeah, after 40 minutes, Liberty finds themselves out by 1 goal. We'll take a short break, come back with some extra stuff, some highlights from the second period, and we'll move on to third. You're watching the Women's Division I National Championship game on the ACHA National Championships Network.
Hey, this is Jason with Howie's Hockey Tape, here to tell you about our top quality polo shirts. For any occasion, whether you're on the golf course or out with friends. Our dry fit polo will keep sweat away from your body and keep you on your game. Stay dry, cool, and looking good with your Howie's polo.
My name is Kelly Lorenz, and I'm the Team Store Specialist here at Aries. AriesTeamStore.com is our solution to helping coaches put together spirit wear sales and fundraising.
My name is Adam Walters, and I'm the head boys and girls track coach at Olentangy Orange High School. The fundraising feature of AriesTeamStore.com is nice because you can add $1 or $2 to every item, and then if you have 100 kids and they all buy one item, you just made a quick, easy $100 or $200. It's effective and simple, easy to use, and you get great apparel.
Shoot it, and she hits it.
Are you ready, Columbus? Then join us for the debut of the NCAA Women's Final Four at Nationwide Arena. Get ready to see it all, do it all, and go for it all. March 29th through April 1st. The party never stops, and the fun never ends. Join us all weekend long. Visit ncaa.com/Women's Final Four today.
Hey, I'm Dave from Howie's, and I'm here to tell you what makes Howie's cloth tape the best tape on the market. It starts with strength. Our tape is made with a poly cotton blend, and it has the highest thread count of any tape on the market. It's going to last longer. Next is adhesive. We use an aggressive adhesive that will guarantee this tape will stay on your stick. That's what it's supposed to do, right? I promise you'll love this tape.
It's the feeling you get when it all rushes back. The lights, the sounds, the thrill. This memory has been earned and preserved for a lifetime. Every ring has its story. What will yours say?
For over a century, Columbus has had an appetite for sports. As our city grew, so did our ravenous hunger for more. More sports, more of the time. And not just the mainstream, we wanted it all. A sports city founded on determination, focus, strength. We were never mediocre, and to this day, we never settle. We're a bunch of sports-crazed, competition junkies dying to sink our teeth into whatever game, match, tournament, league, or season thrown our way. You see, Columbus is full of passion. Passion for all that sports embody. Hope, challenges, progress. As we continue our journey to be one of the world's best sports destinations, it's clear Columbus has no off-season.
Hello, this is Harry at Howie's. Not all hockey pucks are created equal. This is a Canadian-made high-density rubber puck. It is chip-resistant. If you'd like, we'll put your team's logo on a case of these pucks. This is a good product.
There's people who care where I'm going, and good friends who welcome me home. So get a full tank of freedom, drive the American road. And with a full tank of freedom, find your own highway. We'll take you wherever you go. Take you wherever you go.
Hey, this is Betsy from Howie's, and I want to tell you a little bit about our hoodies. They're made with a polyester and pre-shrunk cotton blend, which means they're not going to shrink down on you. They're really thick and super soft on the inside. They also have these classy Howie's cloth laces on them. So whether you're at the rink or out on the pond, I know you're going to love this hoodie.
Back here at Columbus, Ohio, currently 1-0 to score. A goal from Bradford, her fourth of the tournament, assisted by Morris at 4:26 of the second period on the power play. As we now take a look at second period highlights here. This is obviously the first one here, and Dungey obviously equal to the task here. Has a nice kick save by her, Nora.
Yeah, we look at this play, and she comes across the middle, has the puck tracked, and knows where it's going. That's
that was the goal there by Bradford. Of course, obviously a couple opportunities, a couple players out in front. As we look at this one, and Bradford just in the right place at the right time, being able to stick that one home for the fourth of the tourney.
Yeah, solid goal there. Just Bradford just walking out in front, managing to stuff it home short side.
Yeah, so again, a couple of saves from Kerr. Should be noted, again, Adrian College out shooting Liberty, this time by a total of 19-7 in the second period.
Yeah, you can see
they
there.
Took over in the second.
Yeah, Kerr, she kind of looks behind her shoulder here, doesn't expect her to reverse the play, and gets caught off guard.
All right, there, a couple of cheeky attempts. Of course, this one, Dungey doing her own thing. She's up to the task. Aside for that goal that just came kind of on a scramble, for the most part, she's doing a good job of keeping Adrian College in this game. And, of course, Kerr, that might have been one of the best opportunities that Adrian College had there in the second period. But so far, thoughts to the second before we go to break.
You commend yourself, you're Adrian, for really stepping up your play and trying to control it. And Liberty, keep doing what you're doing and try to get the momentum you started the first with.
I feel like both teams are very comfortable with where they're at. Obviously, Adrian down a goal, not entirely comfortable, but both teams in the sense of how they're playing are very happy with where they're at and the style that they're playing this game. And Adrian knows that they've been pushing hard. They're playing a better game statistically in the sense of shots, and it's just a matter of getting one of them to get behind Kerr.
Yeah, it should be a good one here, and we'll come back with the second period. So far, Liberty University out by 1 goal after 2 periods.
Hey, this is Jason with Howie's Hockey Tape, here to tell you about our top quality polo shirts. For any occasion, whether you're out on the golf course or out with friends. Our dry fit polo will keep sweat away from your body and keep you on your game. Stay dry, cool, and looking good with your Howie's polo.
My name is Kelly Lorenz, and I'm the Team Store Specialist here at Aries. AriesTeamStore.com is our solution to helping coaches put together spirit wear sales and fundraising.
My name is Adam Walters, and I'm the head boys and girls track coach at Olentangy Orange High School. The fundraising feature of AriesTeamStore.com is nice because you can add $1 or $2 to every item, and then if you have 100 kids and they all buy one item, you just made a quick, easy $100 or $200. It's effective and simple, easy to use, and you get great apparel.
Hey, this is Jason with Howie's Hockey Tape, here to tell you about our top quality polo shirts for any occasion, whether you're on the golf course or out with friends. Our dry fit polo will keep sweat away from your body and keep you on your game. Stay dry, cool, and looking good with your Howie's polo.
And here at the start of the third period between Liberty University, Adrian College, the national championship in Women's Division I, and the final game of the ACHA National Championships. We obviously thank you for joining us each and every broadcast to see all the teams that have trekked through the crowning of the 4 national champions. Of course, we're going to crown our 5th maybe in 20 minutes. It might take more time than these last 20 minutes, but that's the first 2 periods of action here.
I mean, you really need to commend both teams for being here. That's a feat for itself coming to the national championship game. Adrian doing a good job of playing the game that they know defensively, and Liberty doing the same offensively, and that's a good feel for both teams.
Yeah, absolutely. Here, Quinn, of course, your thoughts through the first 40 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, both teams are playing their game and their style of hockey, and if there's ever a game that we've watched that doesn't deserve to end in regulation, it's this one. But these 2 teams have fought so hard to get here and have fought so hard in this game. This game just kind of feels like it deserves overtime.
Yeah, if I'm Adrian, I'm not losing hope of the end goal here. They could have easily gotten a goal there in the last half of that period, and I think they're coming out with that momentum that they're going to get a quick one here, maybe.
Should be noted as well, shot totals after 40 minutes of play. 29 for Adrian College versus only 13 for Liberty.
Yeah, that's they're looking for that dirty goal, and they're going to earn it.
They're definitely going to have to earn it to tie this one. Should the score stands, we're going to crown a national champion. And now 20 minutes left of regulation time here in this championship game. Now back Hardy will play it here at the half boards here. And finally dug out by the Bulldogs, sent up but not out, as it's now just sent right back in. And finally out of the half boards, Adrian College will get this one out. Played up ahead for Fortune. Fortune walks into the zone here, is going to have to get by a defender. I believe that is Seraphin in the form of. Now this one stick up and into the netting, or not.
There it is.
Yeah, that was a great play. She had her head up, going into the corner, making sure she wasn't making a blind pass up the middle, but she looked for that point man and almost made something happen.
That right there.
It's interesting. Kerr was kind of caught out of position. Her back was actually kind of even with the post. The far side of the net was wide open. She got fairly lucky that one didn't wind up on goal.
Well, now we'll have a face-off here to the blocker side of Kerr. See, and a face-off draw win by the Merchant. Behind her own net goes, and it's played by Tipping. Tipping circles back, and now finally up ahead to the far side. Boers and Fair. Giveaway here, now out in front here as into the corner. Polson goes, watch here by Tipping. Circles around, now looking for someone in front. Will walk this one in front, but she didn't have the puck with her, so she couldn't get a shot off. And Kerr had enough of the Bulldogs swarming behind her net and just put her glove over it.
Yeah, if you're Liberty right now, you have a 1-goal lead, but you don't want to start playing offensively and defensively as protective unit. You need to keep pushing forward and getting some shots on net.
Well, back the other way here, now 1. And we're going to have a penalty. And it looks like it's Olivia Zimba who's going to go to the box.
And that's the last thing you want right now. If you're Adrian, you've had all the momentum. You was coming out in this third period and dominating play again. And now you're going on a kill. And the last thing you want is to give them, you want to give the Flames an opportunity.
Yeah, on the other hand, if you're Liberty, you do everything you can to make this a 2-0 lead for your team and get that momentum to send you into these last 19 minutes of the period.
Well, here's a look at the penalty, and well, someone got a stick in there. It's a stick infraction of some kind here, and now this one just iced all the way as having to go back is Tipping. Curl settled it first, but also coming in onto the play was Polari. Now Tipping skating this one up, pokes this one up ahead for Gilmore. Gilmore into the corner and around the Bulldog net as this one knifed off a Gilmore stick momentarily, but she had enough stamina to recover. Now back to Tipping, and this one's still in the zone. And now finally out here, Polari might be able to get a rush going. She puts on the brake, dumps this one in as she'll get a change, quick change here for the penalty killers of Adrian College. Up ahead here, was guided momentarily into the zone there by Bernie. Kerr settles it for Tipping. Tipping had to poke this one up ahead, and corralling it is McDonald. McDonald now up ahead for Morris. She's watched by Camp, but circled right by her. Morris being watched here by Hardy. This one angled up off of the stick of a Bulldog in front, and now back to Harrison, where she just gets us back to the Flames blue line.
Yeah, Morris was sitting there in the center of the ice, and she was caught a little bit flat-footed, but did what she could to make the quick offensive entry zone, and maybe a little bit good for you, Liberty right now.
McLeod and McDonald entering the zone there. A nice spin move by DeMerchant. Now back for McDonald's as this one, she stopped momentarily, had to go back and get to the puck. Now here for McLeod. McLeod sends it in front, and it was over everyone's head. It went off the end board glass. Up to the half boards. Well, still at the half boards with the puck. Now we'll go cross ice for McDonald, who walks in on the top of the circle. Shot here that was nowhere near the net, and all the way around. Still in the zone, and now finally out. The Bulldogs will get a change here as they kill off this penalty against them.
Adrian has been running a really aggressive forecheck on this kill, more so than the past kills that they've done. It almost feels like a full court press from basketball.
Absolutely. Here, of course, March Madness going on. Maybe taking that aggressive. You see a lot of aggressive play in that tournament, as we have seen here. Now, good job here by Bradford. She already has one goal. Bradford in the slot here. Stick handles by. A shot here turned away. Out in front into the slot. Now corralling the puck. Goes rushing. Rushing up ahead here for Coleman. Coleman. A shot that finds the glove of Kerr. Into the corner. Coleman along with rushing. Support there as the Flames are also there trying to dig this one out. Como involved. And not getting this one out, but a good job of cutting off. Rushing there was a Flames defender in the form of Emily John. Up ahead and trying to knife this one down went Greenwood, and now going back is Rebellis. Rebellis up ahead here to the red line as Rushing will bring this into the Liberty zone. Rushing still with it. She's going to have to protect the puck here as she gets canceled out by Emily John. Now near side boards, up and up, but not out of the zone, and finally dug out there as having to play it and just dump this back in was Levasseur. Gilmore cancels her out as they try to battle for the puck. And now far side is John with it. Up ahead here near for, I believe that was Bernie, and offside the rolling as a couple of Bulldog players crash into each other.
Yeah, that's got to come farther into the offensive zone when you're trying to get that offensive play to happen. But Bernie does what she can to get that offensive opportunity.
Take a look at the opportunity by Bradford.
She just got a little saucy there with the dangles. Dekes by a couple players, just about buried one and put her team up 2-0 with both goals.
It is possible to out-deke yourself as well on those plays. Might have happened on that rush. Nevertheless, Arnold now with it. Out in front there, and a good defensive play by the Bulldogs to cancel the opportunity from DeMerchant. Now into the zone parity with speed. Lost a handle on it as she was trying to stick handle by a couple of Liberty Flames players. Back the other way we go. Now with speed goes Fair. Fair into the corner, and Fair now still with it as trying to pickpocket the puck out of there. Now out to Bradford. Bradford tried to circle a shot here by Dungy, and she's going to cover up there as coming crashing down were a pair of players.
Yeah, you see Adrian's defensemen making sure they do everything they can to clear out those Liberty forwards, because their goal is going to cover that puck and take away their offensive opportunity.
As a defenseman, your first job is to protect the goalie, and you can see the Bulldogs defenseman making sure that happens, clearing players away from their netminder the second she covers up.
Yeah, they're making sure she's not left out to dry here.
Now out in front here, Morris, a shot that didn't get to the net. Now Zimba plays this in the corner. She's going to try to walk this one out. Now finally up ahead for Polson. Polson at the blue line. Was going to try to send this on target, but it was angled off there by a couple of Liberty Flames players. Now Zimba trying to send this one out. Now finally Corral is Morris up to the blue line. She had McDonald all the way out here. She's onside, and she gets to the puck first, just trying to send it in front for Smybert, but it was blocked off by a Bulldog. Now up ahead, Harrison with a shot here. Blocked off by Como. Como tries to slash this one off and does, as picking the puck up is Emily John. Now with speed goes Gilmore. Gilmore shot looking far post, couldn't find it. About a foot wide, and Bernie keeps this one in as she crashed that far point. Just depositing it back goes Dungy, and left it for the near side player there in camp. Back out and waiting for it in the slot was Harrison as she passes the puck along for Coleman. Gains the zone. Coleman walks in, fires a shot here, hit the side of the net here, maybe guided by Kerr. Now John from the corner tried to send this one up, not out here, and now finally keeping it in at the point was Wilson. Sent out in front here, and Kerr doing a good job of keeping the shutout alive. Now in front here, and Rushing loses an edge. Up ahead with speed goes Greenwood. Greenwood cut off the top of the circle, and now far side and chasing it goes Lyle. Lyle sends this around the boards as Greenwood here on the near side plays it. And Rushing goes behind her net. Losing it in her skate was Coleman. She's trying to get this one out. So far the Bulldogs had their opportunities, as had Liberty. It's still the score 1-0 after 7 minutes of this third period. This one dumped in as Liberty gets a change. At least the defensive pair does.
If you're Liberty right now, you really want to get another goal, because right now just one awkward bounce, and the next thing you know, this game's even.
We saw an awkward bounce in the Women's Division II game end up in the back of a net. Now DeMerchant stick handles in her own zone, and now up ahead here near side for Bradford. The lone goal scorer on the power play, 4:26 into that second period. Hardy watched by DeMerchant. DeMerchant will poke this one up. Back to the point. Waiting for it was John. He sends this one right back in. Excuse me, that wasn't John, that was Seraphin. Nevertheless, now Fair with the puck. Walks up the circle, now back into the slot here. Lost a handle on it. Now sticked away, and it's under DeMerchant. Bradford with a shot here. Opportunity in front. And the puck would not go. How that puck didn't end up at the back of the net, I have no idea.
No, that was some great traffic and caught the goalie on her back, and like you said, didn't go in, but a great opportunity.
Now just played in the corner as the Bulldogs get a much needed change. 11:50 left here in the third period. Now just angled off there by Fortune. Now getting by a couple of defenders, Morris. Morris gains the zone, watched by Moore. Moore was trying to angle her off, but this one just poked away by the goaltender and sent through the mouth of the crease. No one home. John shot this one in the skate of a Bulldog player. Now the other way goes Arnold. Arnold gets by one defender. Sockers it up ahead, but too far ahead as just sending this one back, but only as far as the red line. Now McDonald. McDonald had to get by the stick of Fortune, and it's played back for Moore. And Arnold up ahead. Back Kemp, now back for Moore here near side.
Yeah, it's almost starting to feel like the Flames are taking over this game. The Bulldogs need to generate some offense, and quickly.
Now sent off the shin pad of Arnold. Arnold behind the person she was walking. Sean now plays it at the point. Now just sent right back down low, and looks like Liberty using the speed to just generate their chances and just outskate these Bulldog players.
Yeah, like we mentioned earlier, 1-0. That's a scary lead to have, and Liberty's doing everything they can to put the full court press and get that second goal.
Levasseur and DeMerchant go into the lineswomen. Now Moore sends us out in front here. Didn't get any stick there, as watching that nearest post was Kerr. Back out here, and finally blind on the end boards over by the Zamboni doors. There goes the battle, digging that one out with Zimba. And now down low, Harrison goes into the corner.
Delayed penalty coming up.
And halfway through the third, we're going to have I believe that was a hold against Liberty.
It's going to be a Bulldogs power play, down one, the third period, 10 minutes left. This is exactly what you're looking for to get back into this game.
Look at the last opportunity here.
Yeah, that could have easily been 2-0. But if you're Adrian, you're down there on the bench telling each other, this is where we need to capitalize and make it count. Up 5-4 on the offensive play, and do what you can.
Suffice to say, Adrian College needs a score, and hopefully sometime soon. Now Rebellis goes D-to-D here for Polson, or excuse me, that's Fortune. Rebellis out in front here, found the blade of Polari out in front. Now Hardy in the corner. We'll go back here for Rebellis, now right back down for Hardy. Hardy in the corner. Watch there as she gets tangled up with a Flames player, and now finally out. Parody now with it. Parody out in front here. Finds Rebellis, played by her backhand. Setting this right back out in front, and Polari was in front. Out in front here, and a breakaway opportunity here with the puck. I believe that's Barney. And stopping that opportunity was one of the captains in Parody for Adrian College.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive by Parody. She took that opportunity away and could have prevented a 2-0 lead.
I'll Olsen now with it. Backstops at the red line. She gets tripped up there. No call. This one sent back down deep as a lot of Bulldog fans not happy with a no call there. Probably not enough to warrant a trip this late in the game.
Yeah, I mean, that trip gets called. Next thing you know, it's a 5-on-3 and a fantastic opportunity for the Bulldogs.
Up ahead here for Polson to the Scott of John. Onside were the Bulldogs. Levasseur walks in, looking near post here. Now dug out by John into the corner. Looking to clear it, but she decides to hold on and make the Bulldogs work for it out. Now still dug out here in the corner. 3 Bulldogs, 3 Flames. Now to the half boards. Battle ensuing as they're just killing time off. The refs had enough here as the puck was frozen.
Yeah, that shot coming up right underneath the near side post is how Colorado scored their goal yesterday, and that one looked like it was from up here at least, might have the chance to go right by her.
Yeah, it almost looks similar to the overtime goal, just sneaking it up in the top right corner and burying it over the goalie's shoulder.
Faceoff's going to stay in the Liberty zone. They'll have 19 seconds to kill off before they go back to full strength. And a couple of rushes here by Adrian College. Just one sent right back as Bernie tried to clear it out, was unable to. Shot back, that was short of that near post, at least from Kylene Wilson's perspective. Gilmore sends this up ahead, knife down by Wilson. Goes off the half boards there. Now Coleman. Coleman with speed. Coleman has one defender. And a shot here! And squeezing the pads was Kerr.
They almost got her 5-hole again. And that one was probably the closest one to going in we've seen all game.
Yeah, when you get that shot off and you see the goalie look behind her, you're pretty convinced that she didn't know where it was going, and that might have slipped right on by.
On that note, we'll take a short break. 8:05 left in period 3, and Liberty still with a 1-goal lead in the national title game.
The 2018 ACHA National Championships are brought to you by the Columbus Blue Jackets. For tickets and more, visit bluejackets.com. R-Bar, the official ACHA 2018 Nationals post-game hangout and best hockey bar in Columbus. And by the Greater Columbus Sports Commission. Columbus has no off-season.
Here's another look at it as we come back in the third period. That shot from Kerr, you could tell she had no idea where that puck was after it went 5-0 on her.
No, Adrian seems to know that could be a point where they're going to score, and they take complete advantage of the opportunity.
8:05 left in period 3. Liberty just killing off a power play. Well, the Bulldogs send this out in front. It was in the shooting lane there again was Gilmore. Now back, can't lose that race, is applying the pressure was Gibson. Now Gibson will go down low. Gibson angled off there by a Bulldog player, and Hardy gets it up to the near side half boards up along her bench, but not out of the zone where Hardy will recover and try to carry this one off the boards, and stopped there by a couple of Flames players just by the center line. Into the corner we go. Bernie with the puck. Bernie soccers it up ahead to her stick, but it was knifed off by Camp as soon as it got to her blade. Into the half boards goes Emily John. John circles back around. We'll just get this around the boards where Camp's playing it. And now up ahead here and finally out of the zone. Now goes number 19 in the form of Mercek. Mercek gets rubbed into the boards as Smybert was trying to get to it, but getting to it first was San Fortune. Off the boards here for Polson. Polson skates by a defender. And a good poke check there by Como as Polson was looking for a shot somewhere in the slot area. Angled in the corner. And Polson will go deep to play it. Watch there by a couple of Flames players. And finally Dixon now sends it. And a good job there by tipping to tie up the stick of Levasseur. That probably would have been a goal if she wasn't there. Into the zone, skating Harrison, rubbed off by Tipping. Tipping just doing a good job of angling off potential shooters as they enter the zone. Battle ensues here. Finally dug out, now with it goes Como. Puts on the brakes here, she's dumped it. Now back in, playing it into the corner. As we go to the last 6:10 of the third period. Out in front here. As trying to get this one out is Fortune. She didn't do it. Will go around the boards. Harrison's waiting for it at the half boards on the far side. And finally just guides this one out. And trying to tag up here go the Flames. To the last 6 minutes we go. And now was looking for Polari and Fortune. Right now, all the play happening on the near side boards, as I'm sure Liberty just content with burning as much time as possible.
Yeah, one thing I can say for Liberty is they're staying aggressive. They're not going into the shell, which is a very quick way to lose a hockey game. They're making sure to stay on the attack and stay aggressive and try to hold this lead.
All right, back out. Adrian College going to try to produce another opportunity here. Now a low angle shot, and it was cut off there by McLeod. Rushings tried to send this right back in, and waiting for it was Seraphin. Seraphin dumps this, and she peels off for a change. Right back out in front, and a save by Dungy. They finally poked right back out where Rushing will go and play it. Rushing, now here near side for Parody. Parody walks in, tries to stick handle shot here, and not seeing it until it hit her blocker was the goaltender and Kerr.
Yeah, Kerr just made that save off positioning. Had no idea that shot was on the way and just got really lucky.
Moore goes back to play this one. Adrian College by far leading the shot count, but nothing's been fruitful. Now Smybird into the zone. Shot here, she scores!
Smybird with just an absolute snipe far side. And now with 4:30 left, you're up 2-0, and if you're the Flames, you're feeling a lot more comfortable.
You are. That was a great shot. She came down and just saw the back of the net and really nailed it.
Smybird's 4th goal of the tournament, and it gives Liberty a 2-goal lead with 4:30 left. Adrian College is going to have their work cut out for them. I mean, they've had their opportunities, but that was an absolute snipe by Smybird to put her team up by 2.
Yeah, she went out there, did what she needed to do, and gets the 2-0 lead.
Play goes down in as the Liberty faithful have more opportunity and more reason to cheer. With less than 4:15 right now left in Liberty University, you'd be crowned Division I champions.
A lot of worried looks over on the stands if you go and look over at the Adrian side of the stands.
Now here up with speed, goes fair. I'm sure Liberty would love a 3-goal lead with under 4 to play. Battle here on the boards, and again, Liberty just okay with as much time as Adrian College trying to take to even get on the board. Back around the board we go. Rebellas tried to get this one out, wasn't able to. And this one just sent right back in. Arnold goes around the boards. LaBelle waiting for it. LaBelle up ahead for Coleman, found her skate. And back the other way we go in the form of Rachel Gibson. Gibson forced into the corner. She just pokes this around. Waiting for it down low was Bernie. Up to the point here, now just sitting right back down to Bernie. She walks out, it was taken by Morris. Morris had to deal with 2 Bulldogs, but Morris just skating by a couple of Bulldog players. You see the Liberty speed taking effect right now. Now right back down low, sent out in front here. Was looking for McDonald. She tripped over the leg pad of the goaltender and Dungy. Now down low goes Morris. Morris and Arnold. Giving support there is McDonald as well, trying to dig this one out here. We'll see if the refs let this one play. They do. Digging this one out, Adrian College. Now LaBelle from her own blue line, still with the puck, fires this one on, and it was a little bit wide of that post. Fortune now down low, alongside with Rushing. Now back for Harrison. Harrison kind of almost seemed like dead legs there. She's trying to get to the puck. Up but not out. Now finally up ahead now here for Polson. Polson gains his own. Fires this one from the top of the circle. But right there in the shooting lane was McLeod. Back the other way we go. The Merchant got this one up ahead. She peels off for a change. Brantford, who opened the scoring, is also down low for Liberty University. She'll play the puck below the Bulldog net. Up out in front here, turned away by Dungy. The shot by Fair. Zimba now with it. She'll go back for a line mate in Wilson. And now Wilson walks it up and was looking for the stick of Zimba. Couldn't find it. Angled off the boards. And now back out where Bradford corrals it just inside of her own zone. Wilson in the last two we go.
Sometimes the best defense can be a good offense, and Liberty has, ever since scoring that second goal, has really dominated play and held possession on their offensive end. And the Bulldogs, you're not going to score if you're all the way on your own end of the ice.
Keep that forecheck alive. Now right back in and dumped low as John plays it. To the last 90 seconds we go. Up ahead, finding Zimba. Zimba just gets this down low. That's not going to do anything for Adrian College, though. Now goalie comes out of the net. Back the other way we go. This could be an empty net goal if getting by a defender. There goes Liberty College. Dungy had to come back, though. Now putting the brakes on goes Hardy to the last 70. Adrian College now up ahead, was looking for parity, angled off there by Bernie. She deposited it back in, and Dungy just can't get off the ice.
Yeah, you're Liberty. You're looking like you're dumping that puck as soon as you cross the red line and making sure Bulldogs don't have a chance to get it out.
Now Hardy goes. Dungy finally comes up. Well, Dungy not really skating hard off her net. Setting this one out in front here. Played by Harrison. Setting this out in front. Back in. It's in. And they score!
Yeah, just the goal happened with the empty net, but the sixth attacker hadn't even gotten into the offensive zone yet. That was really more or less a 5-on-5 goal. And now you've got 42 seconds to respond and get another one and push this game to overtime.
Yeah, 2-0 lead there, or 2-0 for Liberty. That's the scariest lead in hockey, and like we just saw, one goal by the Bulldogs. Another quick goal in these 42 seconds, and they're right back in this.
Not surprisingly, Adrian College takes a timeout after scoring the goal, but I mean, we have seen weirder things in this tournament than one goal in 42 seconds. I mean, in the D3 game, one of the D3 games, we saw Oakland University put up 3 goals in the span of 2 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, in the D3 game you're referencing, Oakland wound up scoring 7 goals in the third period, which is absolutely insane.
Here's another look at the goal. And out in front there was Danica Polson, the freshman out of Ponica, Alberta, Canada.
And no surprise, it went through Kerr's 5-hole. So they've been aiming for it all game, and we knew they'd probably hit it eventually.
Well, and it was one of those goals. I mean, we called it at the front. It was going to be one of those garbage goals from Adrian College. I mean, they've kept throwing pucks to the front of the net and into the slot area, and finally they got a conversion on one. So I guess right now the message, if you're Adrian College, how do you get that goal with 42 and a half left?
Yeah, and if you're Smybert right now for the Flames, that goal that she scored early in the third now is so much bigger than it was before.
Now back just deposited by DeMerchant. Now to the last 35 we go, trying to generate some speed out. Dungy, we're going to keep our eye on her, and there's a penalty.
And they'll pull the netminder Dungy too. We're gonna have a 6-on. We're gonna have 6-on-4.
Well, now just down on the ice is an Adrian College player. You never want to see this. So the refs are going to sort this one out. It was a collision here on the near boards, and the way that this rink is set up from our broadcast booth, it's just we can't see anything down those near boards. So we're going to have an explanation here, at least from the referees to the PA announcer and off-ice official and Andy Storrs.
Yeah, she was trying to come out of that zone with as much speed as possible and just got completely taken out as she was close to leaving the zone. She's not feeling too good right now.
Yeah, she's still down on the ice on her stomach. The trainers around her.
Yeah, we have Adrian's athletic trainer down there, as well as Liberty actually sent out their athletic trainer as well to see if they can help the situation.
Looks as though they're worried about her right leg, as that's being cared for very gingerly.
Well, there's a 5-minute on the board, so this is something that we never hoped or wanted to see. But there is a 5-minute major on the board right now, so that's that's for sure gonna have a Liberty player be disqualified from this game.
And what this could also lead to is if Adrian College can score a goal and push it to overtime, a 5-minute major does not go away on a goal. So Adrian would start the overtime period with 4.5 minutes of a power play.
We're just hoping that the Adrian College player is all right, still on the ice. All the fans here on their feet. Hopefully she's okay. And this is just one of the things that, I mean, of course, we didn't have a look at the hit or what happened down there. So
no, we still can't even recognize who it is down there on the ice. We're hoping that they're okay, but she's down right now and she's not feeling too great.
Well, it's kind of a somber mood just over this building after what's been 59 minutes of a great game and a fun game to be a part of, and we hope that everything is okay with the Adrian College player.
Yeah, you got 31 seconds left here in the third, and
we're gonna take a moment away from this game to take a break, and we'll come back with the last 31 seconds of this game. But right now, the concern, the Adrian College player down on the ice, 2-1 in favor of Liberty.
Hey, this is Betsy from Howie's, and I want to tell you a little bit about our hoodies. They're made with a polyester and pre-shrunk cotton blend, which means they're not going to shrink down on you. They're really thick and super soft on the inside. They also have these classy Howie's cloth laces on them. So whether you're at the rink or out on the pond, I know you're going to love this hoodie.
She's got to shoot it. And she hits it.
Are you ready, Columbus? Then join us for the debut of the NCAA Women's Final Four at Nationwide Arena. Get ready to see it all, do it all, and go for it all. March 29th through April 1st.
We welcome you back here to the Ohio Health Ice House. Looks like the Adrian player is right up off the ice. And we're not sure what happened down there. We'll leave the mic open for PA announcer Andy Storrs as he makes the call. But so far the story right now, a 2-1 lead for Liberty with 31:5 left. And they're going to have a player advantage as they're also going to send out 6 players as there's a 5-minute major that's up on the board. So this could be a huge opportunity, not just for Adrian College to win this game, but also tie it as well. Well, tie it first, I guess you would have to tie it in order to win this game. For the last 30 seconds we go, a shot here that's not on frame, and now up ahead for Parity. Back up to the top. Now near side for Wilson. Wilson, a shot here, and a penalty out in front, and it's going to be interference. And I'm sure there's some words being exchanged down in the corner, as it looks like Kylie Wilson was involved with that.
Yeah, if you're both teams, tension is high. 19 seconds to go. You're either trying to keep that lead alive or do everything you can to win the game yourself here.
Well, that's a huge call because now it puts Dungy back in the net, but more importantly, you're about 180 feet from the goal line.
Yeah, if you're Adrian right now, that was the absolute last thing that you needed, was to take a penalty down there while you were trying to generate an offensive attack.
Now out in front, there's 19.6 left. Back to the top here is one, maybe two cleanly by the Flames. Back to take the puck is McLeod out in front here. Now sent out in front. Still a shot here. Scramble in front. Kerr doesn't have it. The puck is still loose, and with 3.4 left, Kerr finally found it, and the whistle was blown.
Yeah, Adrian was doing everything they could to put that in the back of the net, and for a second there, Kerr wasn't sure she had it or even knew where it was.
That was a great effort by the forecheck of the Bulldogs there. Forced McLeod off of the puck and sent it right out in front and generated a fantastic opportunity. Just about tied this game up.
And we're going to have a timeout to Liberty here with 3.4 seconds. So high drama here in Columbus.
Yeah, I mean, 3 seconds, that's all it takes to get a goal. And if you do get that goal, I mean, it's everything.
It's gonna be a 5-on-4, as of course the net will be empty, so you kind of run this like a very brief power play, you know, run it like a power play face-off setup.
Well, do you have time to win it back and fire a shot off, or do you just try to fire this off the face-off?
You've got more than, you get 3.4 seconds is plenty of time to maybe even win it back, set a pass across, and then let a one-timer go. So they got enough time to get a chance away. They just have to decide who they want to have pulling the trigger.
A lot of options, of course. A couple of goal scorers here. Hardy, who also scored in a couple of games. 2 goals there. Parody a goal. Rubelis a couple assists. And, of course, Olivia Zimba, who has a game-winning goal. The 2 game-winning goals here. Or one of the game-winning goals, another one by Parody yesterday. But in order to get to overtime today, Adrian College needs to find the back of the net, or at least just cross the goal line.
Yeah, my bet is Coach Brett Berger, he's going to utilize Hardy to the best of her abilities. That would be my guess is who you want getting this shot and winning the face-off and maybe putting it back of the net.
So it's going to be Hardy for the face-off. Tie up here, and just on top of the net, Liberty University, your champions of Division I.
I mean, I guess that's one way to do it. The second the puck got dropped, just jumped on top of it, doesn't allow the Bulldogs to even be able to make a play at it, and just like that, the Liberty Flames have won the national championship.
Yeah, smart defensive play. I'm not sure Hardy knew it was even happening. The puck just dropped and Liberty just laid on top of it.
And there you have it, the Liberty Flames, your Division I women national champions.
Must be a pretty good feeling coming back from losing that to Miami and making it happen today.
And just a strong effort throughout the game. You know, I mean, generating plenty of shots, and while they didn't have more shots than the Bulldogs were throwing shots on from all over, and the Flames were generating more high-quality chances, and that's what led to them being able to get more goals.
Yeah.
See the pure elation on the Flames players. Congratulations, the hugs for the pure joy. And of course, you look on the other end, the long wait for the handshake, and probably one of the, arguably the best traditions in sports, the post-game handshake after a game like this.
Yeah. No, as a player, I've been on either side of this game, losing it and winning it, and as they're both experiencing different emotions, I mean, got to commend both their efforts here. They both had a time to take this game into their own hands, and they did what they could, and Liberty coming out on top.
And of course, yeah, you look at both teams here. I mean, we mentioned it. Just to get to the national championship game in and of itself is a successful moment and a statement of your program to get there. Of course, look at Liberty and Miami. They've done it consistently. And Adrian College, I mean, this is a program that one of their first appearances, and just to get here is a huge statement for your program.
And I mean, the way that Adrian College looked throughout this tournament, I'll be surprised if they're not a power player for years to come in the ACHA.
We'll send it down to Andy Storrs for the post-game festivities and all the announcements.
At this time, please direct your attention to center ice. Women's Division I Commissioner Molly Mahoney will be handing out the individual medals to the Women's Division I National Champion members of the Liberty University Flames. We will go in numerical order. 00, Nadia Rupoli. Number 2, Lauren McDonald. Number 4, Emily John. Number 5, Shelby Bradford. Number 7, Holly Turner. Number 8, Vanessa DeMerchant. Number 9, Shelby Burden. Number 10, Allie Morris. Number 11, Dina Burney. Number 12, Mackenzie Carroll. Number 13, Dana McLeod. Number 15, Jasmine Miley. Number 17, Alex Smybert. Number 18, Chelsea Greenwood. Number 19, Shannon Fair. Number 24, Christy Seraphin. Number 34, Chantal Kerr. Number 56, Katie Como. Number 65, Rachel Gibson. Number 77, Sydney Pierce. Number 92, Courtney Gilmore. Number 95, C.J. Tipping. And number 97, Tiana Lyle. Members of the Liberty Flames coaching staff, head coach Chris Lowe's. Assistant coach Justin Forth. Assistant coach Leah Carlson. Video coach Josh Graham. Athletic trainer Kaya Griffin. Strength coach Chris Kerr. Strength coach Caleb Overhauser. And equipment manager Aaron Duffy. At this time, we would like to call forward the captains of Adrian, Nicole Parody and Kaylee Hardy, to accept the National Runner-Up Trophy. Once again, please direct your attention to center ice. Women's Division I Commissioner Molly Mahoney will now present the Tournament MVP Award. The 2018 Women's Division I ACHA National Tournament MVP goes to, from Liberty University, number 5, Shelby Bradford. At this time, we would like to call forward Liberty captain Courtney Gilmore to accept the first place trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2018 Women's Division I National Champions, the Liberty University Flames.
You take a look at the Liberty University Flames winning the Collegiate Cup, and of course, as in fashion, for their school, their prayers of thanks after the game as a team. One of the great traditions out of their school, and of course, one of the moves that have been consistent with Liberty University. But just going back to this game, I mean, it was a standout game for both of these teams.
Yeah, no, both these teams, like you said, did a really great job of getting the opportunities that they needed, and Liberty does a good job of making it 2-1 and winning here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, both teams have a lot to be proud of out of this game. They both fought hard. Neither team gave up. Neither team slowed down. They fought the entire game, and I said it at the start of the third. This was a game that kind of felt like it deserved overtime, and I still do believe that. I mean, this was a game that could have gone to overtime, and I mean, a hard-fought game that both teams really earned where they're at now.
Yeah, Adrian here, I really want to commend them. They didn't give up at all, and they really fought to get that last, try to get a second goal, and they weren't playing too careful, and they did a good job here tonight as well.
As you look at the team photo there with the cup, of course, it takes a while to get to this point in the season, all the training, all the hard work, especially the off-season training, but then the grind of a regular season, and then even to get to this point in the tournament, it's monumental just to end up being the team that has the cup at the end of the year.
Yeah, every day you go to practice, off ice, dry land, I don't know what you want to call it, but you have this goal right here in mind, and your picture in the picture they're taking right now with your teammates, and especially those seniors counts so much for them, and you do everything you can each day to make sure this is the outcome that your season can have.
And you can come back for final line. So you take a look at the Liberty University Flames there, and really quite a successful season for them as you look at them and you do everything that you need to get to this point here. Quickly, we'll go through highlights of this game. Quickly going first in the first period.
Yeah, I mean, they're just a strong kick save, and it was something that we saw throughout the entire game, just both netminders not letting a lot of chances by. Each team generated a lot of shots and a lot of chances throughout the game, and for the final score to be 2-1, that really says a lot for how well both netminders played.
Absolutely. It's just unfortunate that someone has to lose this game, especially the way that Dungy played, at least on her end. And here's that shot here that ended up being the first goal of the game.
Yeah, you're pretty proud down there, both teams. 2-1 in a championship. I mean, at both points, this could have gone either way, and working hard to get it done is Liberty, and here they are, national championship.
Hey, look at Bradford there, just sliding back behind her. I guess this was a save by Dungy. A couple opportunities here, and Kerr, I mean, facing a monumental task of just an onslaught of shots from Adrian College.
Yeah, I mean, and she was up to the task. I mean, you can see through the highlights, it was just chance after chance. There was Hardy with that sneaky little backdoor try there on the fake wraparound, and Kerr was up to all of it.
Dungy, I like the way she came out of her crease and really challenged the forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Here, another look at Kerr with a save on the blocker there that very well could have made this a one-goal game or a tie game. And then on the other side there, Dungy just up to the task. Kerr again, a couple of opportunities that Adrian College was looking 5-hole on her.
Yeah, I mean, that was also the way they wound up getting their goal, was they just kept attacking the 5-hole, and eventually they managed to get one in there, and that was one of Kerr's weaknesses throughout the tournament. There's the goal from Smyber. It wound up being the game winner and just an absolute snipe.
Breakaway opportunity there, and just maybe partially screened off by the defender out and Wilson out in front. The opportunity here from, I believe, Adrian College. I think this was the goal that went 5-hole off the backhand.
Yeah, it was.
And that just goes back to the grinded out hustle plays.
That's what happens when you throw it on net and aiming for anything in front to help. And
in the end, all the effort of Adrian College, it just didn't quite pay off the way they needed it to, and just like that, the Flames wound up national champions, and you can see them there hoisting the trophy.
The well-deserved pictures that you get to take with the cup after you win it, the kisses, and we've seen various things done. I'm sure the eating out of the bowl with cereal, of course, being done. But, I mean, this is the wrap of the 2017-18 season. I mean, just to wrap up your final thoughts on not just this game but also the season.
Wow, you really got to commend each other. If you're Liberty, they were a team that had every shift, they had a common goal in mind. They worked hard offensively, defensively. Their back check was commendable as well as their forecheck, and they came out on top, and it's nice to see them with this trophy here today.
And I mean, not just on just this game for Liberty, but on a whole season. I mean, they came into this tournament the #1 seed. They were the top team in the nation in the regular season, and they proved that ranking was no fluke by going out tonight and winning the national championship.
Yeah, a classic 1-2 matchup that might have needed more than 60 minutes. But for everyone here at the ACHA, we've had a great 2017-18 season. We hope to see you in 2019. And of course, the tournament going to be in Dallas, Texas. Everyone will be there. It should be a fun one, and I think everyone's looking forward to it. Of course, for Liberty University, you enjoy the spoils currently right now, but I'm sure maybe in 24 hours after you enjoy this victory, you're right back to work.
I was going to say, especially if you're Adrian here, you're going back to the locker room, getting on the bus, and making sure that you have next year in mind already. And Liberty, they're gonna enjoy their time here with the win, but as well, like you said, 24 hours. These girls don't like to take breaks. They like to make sure that next year is in mind and come back here and do it again.
So I mean, for the Flames now, you know, like you guys have been talking about, they're going to enjoy this win for a good 24, maybe 48 hours. But when they get back to school, they're going to start getting themselves mentally prepared and getting ready for next year.
Yeah, for everyone here at the ACHA, we've had a wonderful season, especially from the broadcast crew. We've enjoyed bringing this tournament to you, and we want to wish everyone to have a great rest of the 2018 year. We'll see you right back in the fall for 2017. You've been watching the ACHA National Championships. Everyone have a good night.